Happy Sunday. Thanks for joining us today, guys. We're going to get started here in just a minute. Okay, there we go. I hope everyone is having a really good Sunday evening for Memorial Day weekend. Thank you for joining us tonight. And I always like doing these live streams on the Memorial Day and the Labor Day weekend because most of you people don't work tomorrow. So it's awesome to have everyone in the chat and just kind of hang out and chill out tonight. So thank you for joining us tonight. And I hope everyone has good weather this weekend. We had a big storm blow through last night. About 4:30 a.m. The winds picked up a lot, and I don't know that it ever actually rained where I was, but there were storms in the area. A couple of tornado touchdowns north of me. I don't think anybody I know got hit, but you know it's always tornado season in Texas. What are you going to do? So that's it. VA5SAR Jody in the chat. Thank you for being here. Got to meet Jody at Hamvention last weekend, so it was good to put face with that name. Special shout out to all the rest of you in the chat who are in green text. Thank you for the YouTube channel support. Appreciate you guys being here and supporting the channel like you do as well. So a couple things real quick before I bring on the group of everybody out there. Let's see. First off, okay, so I hope that you guys are on my, hey, TC Fitz, thanks for the $20 super chat, buddy. Appreciate you being out there. And prior to that, it looks like Glenn gave us a $10 super chat. So thank you for the super chats, guys. Appreciate you guys being out there. So if you saw my Friday shopping video, GigaParts, who I was hoping would join us tonight, maybe we'll have one of them pop into the chat here soon. I'm not sure yet. Oh, look, there's people waiting in the chat. Oh, what do you know? Okay. Okay, I'm just going to let the madness ensue in the back end. You guys can't see that yet. So GigaParts is running this special 15% off page for you guys, my subscribers. They've got 4 items on the page right now, including this VGC VR N7500, 15% off of that with the code of HR2FS. They've got these 50 amp hour batteries, which are really good, and the 150 watt solar panels and the 20-foot telescoping mast. I own all of these things, and they're, well, I don't own the mast. I had the mast. I had it for a while, and then I sent it back to them because they needed it back. But I have the 50-foot version of that mast. So I own all these things. I like them a lot. They work really well, and they're running a 15% off sale for you guys. So I'll share that link in the chat. Use code HR2FS to get that going. And I want to also say that, keep having to switch back and forth here, the mystery boxes are back up. I put 15 of them up yesterday, and so far I think I've sold 5. So congratulations to those of you who found it on your own, because I don't know, it's kind of a weird test I like to do, to put them up and just kind of wait and see who finds them. Because if I announce it, I'm going to announce it right. I'm announcing it right now. I didn't talk about it on Friday. I'm announcing it right now. In the next 20 minutes, these will all be gone. And that's just, yeah. So that's how it works there. So, yeah, that's where that is. So, get those out there right now. GrapevineAmateurRadio.com or shop.hamradio2.com. Get you a mystery box and put some different stuff in them this time. And I've got a couple other boxes I'll be doing as well very soon. Okay, so let's get on to the festivities, because probably most of you are here not to hear from me, but to hear from this group of very nice people. put it that way. They can't hear me because I've got them. I'm muted in Zoom right now, so they can't hear me, but I can hear them right now. Okay, guys, I'm bringing you guys on. Okay, yeah. Are you?
Carlos's new antenna.
Carlos's new.
Not my new antenna.
Okay.
Okay,
I wasn't listening
DX
to that.
Commander.
So. Hey, they do those pre-assembled? Seriously?
Not for you, Jason. Not for you.
I got excited for a minute. What's going on? Happy holiday weekend to you guys. I hope everyone's having a good. So we had a big storm blow through last night around 4:30 a.m. It's actually today because it woke me up, woke my dogs up, of course. Thunder,
Really?
lots and lots of wind. I don't think we actually got any rain.
No,
But
I was out. I did not hear a thing.
Oh, dude, it was well, it woke me up, and so we got thunder, lightning, no rain, but a lot of wind. I was out there. I was watching my antenna. I was like, please don't fall, please don't fall, please don't fall. Please. And then one of my Dear Lease buddies, they're texting me at like 5 a.m. We got a group chat going, and they're like, I think it touched down in near our hunting lease.
No.
So we might go up there later and find the trailers all turned over. I don't know yet.
Oh, great.
Well, maybe it'll get it out of the mud for you.
Right, exactly. Yeah, get it out of the mud. That's exactly
So
right.
much for a trade-in.
Are these fully insured?
Yes, yeah. Actually, tornadoes touch down up there all the time. I mean, so and knock on wood, knock on MDF over here. I've never actually had any damage from storms at the lease. So we'll see.
Burnstown got hit last week.
That storm kept on rolling northeast and delayed the Indianapolis 500 by 5 hours.
That ought to be a crime.
Yes.
They ought to fine that storm for doing that. There's no excuse for that whatsoever. Robert, you're up kind of in that neck of the woods. How did you guys fare last night?
Yeah, we did okay. The DX Commander is still standing, so
Didn't have a Carlos. We won't have to bring you to Ham Court.
Oh gosh.
no, but it was the same. Lots of wind, no rain at all. It was really weird, but thankfully no issues here on the ranch.
So I was up in McKinney last night till about 1 a.m, and we watched that storm went through Cook County, and the lightning was just. I haven't seen lightning like that. It was constant somewhere in the cloud. It was lighting up, and every now and then it would sneak through, and we'll see a bit of it. So we sat outside and smoked cigars and chatted the night away. It was a blast. It's
getting really it's been really humid out here the last few days. I've been wanting to sit outside and smoke a cigar, but the only really pleasant time to do it is like in the morning, and I'm not a big morning cigar person. I would rather smoke one in the evening, but man, it's so humid. Even after the sun goes down, it's like sitting out in a bowl of pea soup out there, so it's not fun. So I haven't done that yet, but maybe I don't know, Frank, are you going? Well, hey, I guess the cigar bar is open tomorrow, it being a holiday day and whatnot. But maybe I'll go up there tomorrow night. I don't know yet.
Yeah. I don't know. I might have plans tomorrow since it's a holiday, but I'll text you and we'll work it out. Can I say real fast? I'm trying. I'm trying to stride my way up to 5K subscribers. I'm going to have a 5K giveaway, and I'm so looking forward to this.
What are you at right now?
I am at 4,968.
Everybody unsubscribe and just teeter around $4.99.
Yeah, I'm gonna go unsubscribe now.
Hey, man, I got a lot of stuff in the works, so we need to go ahead and get this number bumped up so we can go ahead and do a 5K giveaway, and we're gonna have some fun. GigaParts is helping me out with that, and once we iron out the details, I will.
You should give away one of those brand new Flex radios, Frank.
Oh
yes.
For 5,000, yeah.
I know a guy.
5,000 subscribers, $5,000 radio. It fits together. I mean, you should totally do that.
There's a guy.
That's how much you make from YouTube every month, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, yeah, you know that.
Jason, you're a marketing genius.
I know. Hey, I try, man. I try.
So there's a guy in here. His wife might make him sell that Flex. So doesn't have it in hand.
Let me take the opportunity to just say, and I'll recognize a couple of super chats here in a minute. My wife is in the chat.
Yes, she
okay?
is.
And I did not buy the brand new $4,600 Flex radio at Dayton Hamvention last weekend.
No,
so
he did not.
Josh
He-
bought a
everyone
$42 Flex
good.
radio.
Yeah.
He did not. He only put a deposit down on it. That's
I
it.
only put a deposit down. Actually, I didn't. No,
It's not being shipped to Texas either. It's being shipped, far distant country.
To the remote location.
Wisconsin.
Yeah. No, I did not put a deposit down nor buy that. I've been wanting to upgrade my 6400 to a 6600 for a long time. So when the 8600, they talked about it, and in fact, that's one of the best performing videos on the channel from that interview I did with Michael. And I'm like, okay, I'm glad I waited. Now it's time to get an 8600, and they're only about $200 more than the previous model, so they're not that much. Flex was already expensive, but they were already only about $200 more. So I'll probably end up with one of those soon, but not right now. I've got other stuff going on right now. I can't do that right now. So I got to sell some stuff first, I think.
Wait, and you got to build an antenna.
That's not going to cost me any money though. So,
So
yeah.
the better question is Josh going to have to get rid of his 7610 to get the Flex in place of it? Or is he keeping it?
Yeah,
Keeping
no,
it?
I'm keeping it. I'm going to get that in that smart antenna switch that allows you to switch between radios and antennas, and I can just be remote and go click, and I'm over on this the Flex, and when I'm back home, I can use the 70 because I still like having a screen and knobs and all that, but I don't think you should get a Flex that has the screen on it. That's just a personal thing. That's just a personal thing. So I want the one that just can go hide somewhere and live its life on the network.
So when they came out with that M model, which the 64 and 6600 were the first time they put the M on the front, when they came out with that, they said that they were trying to target people who were wanting the screen and the knobs and the buttons and the dials and everything. Yeah. They're like, yeah, a lot of people want the knobs, but they can put the radio underneath their desk. They said they actually sold more of the M models to people who actually already buying a Maestro, so they got double whammied. And they're like, okay, I guess that worked. I'm like, okay, man.
Here's your knob.
Wow.
Here's your buttons. This is good enough for me.
That's beautiful marketing, man.
Yeah, isn't it though?
That's crazy.
That's great marketing.
Yeah.
TC Fitz and Don N5SKT, thank you for the super chats in there, buddy.
Has
Don says
moved?
it. I think yes.
His move day was yesterday, so I think he's just sorting stuff out.
He scheduled his move during Hamvention, so he wouldn't have to go to Hamvention.
Yeah.
And we were all teased him for that last week. I'm just kidding.
When's Don
Sort of,
having us all over for the open house?
That's a good question. Don, when's
Don?
the open house, buddy?
Yep.
He said tonight was the first night in the new house, so.
Oh, there you go. Cool.
He's got to get on the air so he can test out that noise floor.
No doubt. No doubt. That's cool.
Well, he's a ham. He bought the house.
Knowing Donnie's
so
already
he already
tested
did
that
test
before he put the money down.
Yeah, but to enjoy it, I guess.
I certainly
That's
hope
this
so. Well,
his
he's
whole
out
journey.
in Eustis in Henderson County, which is out in the woods. That's out in the sticks. It's not. That's about probably 3 hours from a major town. I say major town from a metroplex. So it's definitely less noise floor out there than what we've got here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area for sure. So it should be anyway.
Josh, he already talked to Simon last week.
Oh, nice.
Oh, did on the air?
Yeah, on the air.
Because
nice, Simon was live streaming, and I'm in the back room, and I heard him.
Okay.
So he has something
Good.
up.
Good. All right. Well, let's go around the room because we got 2 or 3 new people in here tonight. So I appreciate you guys joining me tonight. Mike was in. I saw KMRD in the Frank's chat, and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna go sit by the pool. See you guys." And I'm like, "Shoot, I might have like 3 people on the live stream because everybody's probably hanging out at a pool tonight."
What pool is he going to? I saw that.
I'm sure he's over at Ryan's. He's probably over at Ryan's.
He's got a kiddie pool in his backyard.
He probably has a kiddie pool in his backyard.
He
and
drunk in the backyard.
He and Satan are sitting out there drinking beer together. So.
all they ever do is drink beer and throw HTs into the pool.
Right? Yes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But let me go. Let me start at the top and kind of go in reading order, just because. Vince, I think this might be your first time here.
It is my third time here, but I don't do it very often at all.
Okay.
Good after evening, noon, y'all.
Yeah. How are you today?
I am trying to live the dream. Hoteling it last night on the road. Going to go off and activate 3 unactivated POTA stops tomorrow. Watch for spots.
Okay.
Yeah. There's lots of those in Alberta, Stan, because there is lots of open space here. So it's awesome. I'll be driving along. I'll be driving along the foothills all the way southbound. Be a pretty drive.
Well, don't forget the bears are waking up.
Yeah, I got bear spray and 4-wheel drive.
You guys don't have a holiday tomorrow, do you?
No, we had that a week ago.
A week ago, okay. No, you have something. It's called Memorial Day, isn't it?
It is called Victoria Day.
Victoria Day. Okay.
Yeah, and that's the birthday of Queen Victoria.
Ah,
of course it is.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Good.
But that's you also celebrate your armed forces at the same time?
We celebrate that on Remembrance Day, which you all call Veterans Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of the same holidays, but different names. Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, indeed.
Cool. Thanks,
That's
man. Well, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you bet. Freddie Mac, you're next, buddy. What's up?
Oh, not much. Freddie Mac, Ham Radio Crusader, hamradiolife.org. Got a few things on deck. Tuesday, got a video dropping. I had to finish up the Talk Pod series. And
was that a slip or was that on purpose?
I can't remember. I've
anyway. Okay, so now, serious question. Do you have the new one?
Yes, the
one that they're calling, the 8-watt, and they call it version 2 or version 3 or whatever it is.
Got the
my
fat
tests,
battery.
Yeah, my tests on that thing were really positive. I was pretty impressed with it.
They are, and I'm going to let the cat out of the bag right now. I'm the one that gripes the most about a lot of these having a nice big font for the frequency and then this tiny little font for the channel memory name.
Oh, yeah.
They fix that. It's totally visible now, and I'll give you a quick something or other here. You can actually read it. Those are
you can.
Nice.
Good.
I've got a video dropping on it, but I've got a series coming up. I'm going to explore every version of Skywarn Plus for All-Star. I've actually got a hold of the programmer, and we're going to cover some stuff in details. And then we're going to take the Raspberry Pi Zero 2 after that and run an All-Star node on it.
Sweet.
Cool.
So we got a lot of stuff on deck around here, plus all my Dayton stuff that's coming out. And I totally learned that I am such a rookie. It's not even funny because my audio sucks on everything that I did.
If you've never recorded a video, with poor audio, you are not a real YouTuber.
Well, or a video that loses the audio.
Or a video that you lose the audio. Yeah.
Well, I ordered my DJI micro wireless mics already.
Yep.
So they're on the way.
Nice.
Here.
The 2s.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah, it should be the 2s, Freddie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The two transmitter, one receiver.
There are 2 transmitters, 1 receiver. Yeah.
No, there's the DJI Mic 1, and then there's the DJI Mic 2, which is clear.
Yeah.
And if you're buying today, buy the Mic 2.
I have the one. I have the original one that came out.
Get to know the local recording.
Those things are so cool. I mean, like when the 2s came out, the clear ones came out, I was like, why? Because the ones I have work so well. I have zero complaints with those. All the
I think that's probably the big
controls.
I started off in the wrong spot, but I'm getting there.
It didn't bother me. So one thing you were talking the other day, Freddie Mac, in the chat about the number 3 key on the D75, and I'm sorry I didn't follow up with you on that.
No, it's all good.
So I think my server is FUBAR again because I did try to connect and it kept telling me node 43136 connection failed. Well, I hit *3 43136. Yeah. So it understood what *3 meant because it was trying to connect, and it said 43136 connection failed. So then I went and tried for my Yaesu in my truck, my ID5100 in my truck, and it told me the same freaking thing. So I think the server would. But the good news is that the 3 keys seemed to work because *3 was working and it was recognizing 43136. So
if it wasn't, it would probably give you something like macro not found.
Also, the *B3 did a proper reboot of the node.
Oh, yeah. Then you're good to go.
So, I think it's working.
I've surmised that I'm pretty sure it's the TYT radios that are on those 2 nodes because I went out to my Shari Pi hat out in the truck and it exceeded the 3. So it's totally not the radio. Now, with all that said, I got an email today from from one of my subscribers who has a D75, and he's having a problem with the gee whiz, what is the letters? A, B, C, and D? I think it was the A or the B he's having trouble with. So
interesting. Okay.
I think it'd be radio dependent. So I'm thinking the radio's good. The radio receiving the EMF would be dependent upon that. So.
Okay. Well, it's good testing. Good kind of troubleshooting and whatnot. So good. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for being here tonight, man. Appreciate it. Bill, you're next, buddy. What's up?
Hey. Nothing.
Did you order a new Flex also, Bill?
No. I am still learning to use the one I've got. I'm good. I'm good. I have to send it. I have to give it back. I don't want to give it up, so I have to take it back to get the ditch fixed. But that's another story. But I don't want to give it up because then this mice that I waited for 2 years won't have anything to connect to. But anyway,
True.
Going to Hamvention, seeing you guys was really awesome. As always, truly. Had a good time hanging out there. Funny story about a couple of funny stories about the house, but got motivated to do some. I had a bunch of videos sort of in the can. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And it's about 5 of them. So I've been pushing them out. That antenna, that telescoping antenna from Steve at Alpha Antennas. I got another antenna that I want to do. I'm doing. Oh, by the way, on my 100th video, a couple back, I decided I was going to do a giveaway to all my subscribers at some point in time of an antenna, and I think I'm going to do it 2 antennas. So that's coming up soon. So I got to learn how to use OBS or StreamYard or something so that I can. I've never live streamed before. So, but anyway, doing some videos.
You know the correct crowd to ask.
Yeah.
I know a guy.
I know the correct crowd to ask. Yeah.
If you want to royally screw it up, get one of us to help you your first time out.
Ask any one of us. We'll help you out.
They're all lurking right here. And I got a Radio Berry that I'm happy with that I want to do a video about, and then maybe some more on the trailer. But just getting it in gear, getting my head out.
Good.
To do some videos and having some fun.
So this was your first Dayton Hamfest?
No.
He was there last year.
Okay.
It was my second.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my second. First. But
cool.
But it might as well be. It was my second one. So
no, that's all right.
I'm not an old vet.
The first year, like literally the first time I ever went to Hamvention, it was at the Hera Arena, actually in Dayton. And I went home, and I think I slept for a day and a half because I told my wife, I was like, I've never been so overwhelmed with ham radio information coming into my brain as I was. And it was like, I got to do that again. it was like, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Don't talk to me about radios for at least a week, but I'm going back next year, baby. Oh, yeah.
You told your wife not to talk to you about radios for a week. Did she complain?
Yeah, she didn't. She had no problem with that at all. No problem with that whatsoever. So
Josh was mentioning that he had caught the crud there.
Oh, yeah.
Or something, and I thought I had it, but I was just exhausted. That's so a little sleep. Fine.
Yeah, there's some kind of crud that goes around every year. I did not catch it this year.
Speaking of being overwhelmed at the thing, Josh mentioned it last night, and I have to agree. Jason, having your trailer and your camp there just outside of the thing was fabulous because it gave us time to go and kind of decompress a little bit.
Agreed. Yeah,
it's the port in the storm.
That was cool.
Yeah,
that's the reason that I do that because, well, first of all, Bill came up to me. He's like, "Hey, man, the Airbnb is great, but next year I'm going to stay with you because there's nothing like waking up, walking outside, and being at the Hamfest." So I'm like, yeah, that's true. So and I like that. I really do like that. It's one cool thing about camping on site at both Orlando and Dayton. But yeah, I like having the decompression spot, the kind of the meeting post inside of the facility there. I think that works out really well for everybody. And I'm glad I'm able to do it. I'm glad I got on their list and have the first right of refusal to my campsite every year. So I plan to keep that going as long as I can.
And bravo for having enough chairs this time. I don't know where you got them from, but there was plenty this time. I was relegated to the foam cooler last year.
Oh yeah. That was not me. I actually brought less chairs because we rented a camper instead of bringing my camper. So I only had 3 chairs instead of 5 or 6. So everyone else rallied with that. That wasn't me this time.
Good.
But so shout out to everybody.
I sent you out with
that.
3 chairs.
Yes, and I sent you. I brought you back 1 chair.
You sent out the rallying call.
Sounds like a good return.
2 weeks in advance, you were telling people, bring a chair.
Right.
Bring an extra chair if you're driving.
Well, there's a lot of people who fly in who can't carry a chair with them on the plane, so we want to get enough, room for everybody. So that's the thing. So, like to do that. Cool. Carlos, you're next, man. I noticed you. You're not in front of that big satellite anymore with the HRCC logo. You're just back at home now. So, what's up, dude?
That one was I was doing VE testing last night, and that's part of the HRCC VE group. So, before we came live, I was like, "Oh, I better change this background." Leia's gonna kick my butt if I don't.
Okay. I thought you were worried about me, but no, you're not worried.
No.
Okay, go ahead. No,
no, man, just good to catch up with everybody at Hamvention. I bought less than I thought I normally would. I went with a budget and I stayed under my budget, which is ridiculously weird.
You're a strong man.
But I gotta, I'm getting ahead. I got a couple extra videos going in there. I got the parachute mobile jump done for the kids. The only jump I got done that weekend was that one, but it was great fun to be able to then go back to the fairgrounds and meet up with them, because their excitement was just out of this. The excitement of those kids was out of this world, man. The two.
So explain that real quick, because people in the audience may not know what you're referencing when you say that.
So
about the youth camp.
So the youth camp is an event that the ARRL holds for the youth that comes to Hamvention, and they have a number of items that they do. They do a fox hunt. They learn how to work a satellite and things like that. It happens that the weather cooperated, and I was able to make one of my jumps, which at the drop zone is 4 miles away. You can actually see the parachute. So when I came back, the kids were asking, "Who's the other person that jumped?" So I was able to make a jump on fairly close, right? 4 miles away. They were able to see the parachute. I'm able to work them parachute mobile. It gets them a little bit excited about radio. I think they had fun. At least the videos that I saw said that they had fun. And then I got to come back and meet up with them and answer their questions and just see the excitement in their faces. It's a heck of a reward, man. From my end, I'm like, totally. And then, of course, Good Game had 2 of his Teachers Institute teachers there, Wayne and Everton, and they were more stoked than the kids.
Yeah. They were loving it.
They just couldn't believe it. Wayne is making arrangements for me to go down to Georgia and make a jump down there, South Georgia, North Florida, for the kids at his school. So, be on the lookout for that late in the fall. It's not going to happen anytime soon.
I got a question, though. Is there a sweet lady down there like the one in, that sweet lady that runs the jump center?
Sweet lady.
I'll bite my tongue and say that I talked to the drop zone owner in Amelia Island, Florida, and the gentleman couldn't be more accommodating. He asked me what in the world I was doing, because his drop zone is primarily for tandems. And and he was like, "We don't have fun jumpers here." And I'm like, "Let me explain before you tell me no." And as soon as I explained, he was like, "I'm all about it. The kids are awesome." I'm like, yes. So
this was in Florida.
Yes, this gentleman, the gentleman that owns Amelia Island Skydiving in Amelia Island, Florida, which is just north of Jacksonville. And the plan is to land on the beach, right? So the kids are going to come out to the beach.
Ooh.
We're going to land on the beach and then go from there, man.
Freaking cool.
Carlos, how could we tie in a live stream with that?
Doing a live stream is very difficult, because technically the latest product from DJI can transmit what my camera transmits down to the ground and then relay that to YouTube from the ground station.
Wow.
I don't have $6,000 to spend on that kit right now.
I was gonna say that's nice. Okay.
How about just someone who's live streaming on the ground that's pointing a camera up underneath you? How about that?
And that I'll see if I can talk Good Game into coming down from Connecticut to Florida for this.
ARRL grant right there.
Right. Yeah.
That sounds like a technology grant.
So.
Sure.
Yeah, man.
Let's not mention technology, but yeah, especially with the ARRL.
Ooh!
Oh, Sting!
Oh, that's fire.
Hey, you're on someone else's channel. I guess you can say whatever you want to now, can't you?
Karma.
Not that I'm arguing with you or telling you to shut up. I didn't say that.
I didn't hear that.
Man, I don't know about the rest of you fellas, but I had a blast in Xenia, Dayton. Yeah. Looking forward to my for it to next year already. I already have it on my calendar. It's just set, man.
Good.
It's It's always a great time to hang out with all y'all. And hey, maybe we can overwhelm the Meshtastic network one more time.
Yes.
Dude, oh my gosh. Yeah. So I still see, all of y'all's nodes are still in my history. I don't know how long they last because it says like Carlos, for whatever reason, you're first. It says life at terminal velocity last heard 7 days ago. And I'm like, okay. So I'm kind of watching it all the time to see when it's going to drop off. It hadn't dropped off yet. But
is that when I go, Carlos Radio? No.
Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, Meshtastic was fun and a learning experience at Hamvention. So yeah, we're going to do some more stuff with that upcoming, I think. But
two more coming my way now.
Good.
Nice.
Rob's got a really cool looking case for his T-beam that he showed me this morning, so that's kind of cool. All right, let's move on to Frank. Other Frank, not that Frank, but that Frank.
Railroad Frank.
KG6NLW Frank. What's going on, buddy?
You can call me Railroad Frank. That way there's a good distinction there because that's what Don calls me.
No, okay. Call you Foamer Frank.
Yeah, right. No, Steve, no. So I'm pulling a tank Frank. I'm up to 311 subs already. I'm hoping I have a goal by the end of June to reach 500 because there are a few key things that get unlocked in YouTube when you hit 1,000, and I want to hit that sooner than later. So my current goal is 500. Yeah. That way I can help redirect in our Tuesday night live streams ahead of Ham Radio Clubhouse. I know there's a few familiar faces in here that are part of that. And other than that, not much. I have videos every Tuesday with the Tuesday night lineup, and then live streams every Thursday night at 10 Central. I know it's rather late, but that's when we have the Northern California SwapNet going on out here in the Sacramento Valley area.
Yeah.
So other than that, not much else going on. Got a couple videos coming out about the Poseidon antenna, and that's about it.
Cool. Good deal. Well,
Frank, I dropped a link for your channel in the chat here, so maybe you'll get some more subscribers.
Yeah.
I know Jason hates helping people get subscribers.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a terrible thing. Yeah, that's why I gave To and I mean, let's face it, I gave original Frank. I guess if you want to call him that.
He just went up by one.
I gave original awesome. Frank mod privileges on my channel, so I mean, I'm obviously kind of open with that. So, so yeah, To did a good job. To's got mod privileges up there. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it.
And as I said, I have live counter up. So,
there you go.
Awesome.
We're moving right on.
All you got to do, man.
If we can get him up at 400 by the end of this stream. What do you
think? Come on, folks.
That would be something, Tim.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And I do want to make a quick shout out, 2 shout outs actually. Simon Hamjazz, he has some fantastic antenna ideas. Josh was on his live stream on Friday, and he goes live on Wednesday afternoons Pacific time because he's out at British Columbia, and then again Saturday between Coffee and Ham Radio and Josh, and then Hiking and Hammond in chat. Lou, him and Pink, Pink just did a great interview, and a great video that got posted this morning to Hiking and Hammond. I suggest everyone go check that out. It was fun.
Yep.
I haven't seen that yet. I'll go look at that.
Your counter's moving there, dude.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like a speedometer.
Hey, that works.
Apparently, this is the night. Yeah. Thanks for being here, Frank. But apparently, this is the night to get Frank. Just insert Frank here. More subsubscribers. So. Yeah, good deal.
Hey, thanks for being here, buddy. From one Frank and give it to the other Frank.
Yeah, sure.
How many subs do you have now?
Yeah.
Rob Peter, pay Paul.
Yep.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. All right, let's move on to Eric. What's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm good, man. I've kind of been a little bit busy. I kind of opened my mouth and inserted foot, I think, on Ham Radio Clubhouse last week, and an idea I was kind of tossing around, but it was on. I was like thinking, okay, how can I do a real world comparison of the Farajay and Ed Fong? So I had a buddy of mine just get one.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
And so I'm gonna be doing some real world like dunk tank experiences. Kind of got the script a little laid out there, but we're gonna kind of put it to a real world test versus just the typical test it with an analyzer type stuff. So got some of those clips together. Been trying to figure out how I'm gonna stitch that together and put some semblance to it. And the other thing that's kind of shifted my gears since obviously Hamvention's all over and Yaesu did not announce any 705 killer whatsoever. Now I clicked the button and completed the order on my second 891 for the truck, and going to be doing a whole video series on getting that wired up. So
did anyone really expect that though?
No, but you never know. I mean,
you never know. I mean, Flex Radio had a new radio, which was cool. Elecraft had that new K4 remote, which wasn't new for the show, but it was the newer since the last year's Hamvention. Yep. ICOM had a box of pieces that was new to somebody. And
exactly.
It's kind of I didn't really expect Yazoo to have. Last year Kenwood was new, so we're all good.
I'll tell Eric this. Listen, I went to John. I asked him, so what are you going to make me buy this time? He goes, nothing at this show.
Yeah, I figured Japan's going to be at the place.
So
yeah. They do a lot of release. I got a couple of negative comments about the ICOM thing. How come they're releasing that in Japan? I'm like, because they're a Japanese company.
They're Japanese. They're headquartered there for sure.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize they did that. I'm like, seriously, every year they do something like that. So.
It only makes sense, with them being a Japanese company. To do it in Japan on the 60th anniversary, but I think Yazoo to knock some wind out of ICOM's sail is probably going to announce their big thing there too. Just
yes, I would think so. I would think so.
Yeah, they'll show you just the shell of the case of whatever the 60 would be. What do you think it's going to be? There'll be no knobs.
I hope that happens.
Holes in the panel.
Boy. Yeah.
Can we have a camera on Ray?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of adding more to my list of stuff I want to have in the truck. So I'm thinking maybe a little USB-C and being able to throw the digi-rig in there so I can do FT8 from the truck. So it's kind of expanding a little too far beyond my scope, but I'm still up on Amazon on a daily basis buying stuff. And I did receive and I was going to step up my game tonight, but I did receive the infamous POTA tie. I know Josh has got one.
I got that in the mail like 2 days ago.
I was surprised,
Yes.
Chris sent one out. I didn't expect him to send one from HRC. No. Mike was sporting one, when he was on Clubhouse last week. So, and we all have to wear them. They're official POTA ties. So,
I the first time I ever saw those was on the Clubhouse two weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of gimmicky but fun at the same time. Okay, cool. And then I got one in the mail like 2 days ago, and he wrote me a nice, hey Jason, I appreciate you. Blah blah. I'm like, all right, now I got to wear this thing. I don't know to wear that tie.
Well, why don't we do a whole live where we all show up with them on?
That'd be great. Yeah, well, I mean, Clubhouse did that, but Clubhouse did that already, but only like 30 people watched that stream, so we could do that on a regular channel.
Support your parks. Support your parks is coming up. So let's just do it all for support your parks, and we'll all wear them and support your parks.
Who's the guy that sent that in?
That was Chris KC4 NW, I think it is.
Okay.
That sounds right.
I got a mystery package at my shipping forwarding company, and I'm like, I didn't order anything.
I didn't either.
So you have to drive like five states away, Steve, to pick up a box.
Hey Jason, would you mind picking that up for me next time you're down in Livingston?
I tell you what, you should just change your freaking shipping address to my mailbox, Steve.
Right. Yeah.
And then when I get something, they'd be like, "What the hell is this?" I was like, "Oh, that's TO. So let's open it up and see if it's something I want to make a video on first." Right. Oh no, it's fine. I'll just send it to TO. Yeah.
Right.
I did share. Hey, in my email blast that went out today, I always share. Well, most of the time, not always, but most of the time I share a guest video, link to a guest video. And that was the one today, Steve. I shared a link to your 6200 video.
Awesome.
Looked like it was doing pretty darn well on its own already, but, it went out to about 19,000 different people today as well. So
I was surprised. I got almost 200 subscribers off of that video, and I'm like, these people don't know I'm already the Zygu guy?
Well, you know what?
New hams out there.
And when I was talking about it on my shopping video on Friday, everybody was like, well, how come they didn't finish the 6100, or what's wrong with the G106? And I'm like, well, this is Zygu. But then you put a video up about it, and magically everybody wants to watch it.
Don't you know Zygu owners have short-term memory anyway? So it's kind of the way it goes. So every new model comes out, it's like, wow, this is great.
Apparently, so do Zygu customers. I say that as a Zygu customer myself, so I'm not insulting anybody.
I'm not one for Zygu, but I like Jody's comment.
What was that one?
Right.
I can't see that.
Tio, will you show how the X6200 will be the 705 killer?
No, I can't do that.
That's what they said about the 6100.
It's not. Well, we said that when it was in speculation mode before it ever hit the ground. and there was a whole bunch of promises that were made, kind of like this little hatch here on the top. Where is it? Right there.
That was blank.
Right.
Blank.
Right. It's
Right.
It's not even like a hole. It's the case is sealed. You know.
It's a contraband hiding spot. Is what it is.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like it's going backwards from the 6100 at that.
It looks nice.
I think that
looks nice.
I think that the 6100 was supposed to be the 705 killer, which, let's face it, that was never going to happen.
No.
But I think the 6200 is here. This is my opinion. Okay, I haven't had one in my hands yet. I think the 6200 is probably what they should have done the 6100, but they got an idea in their head that's like, oh, we could redesign the whole thing instead of putting a firmware update in this one. Let's just do another one.
Well, there were some physical problems with the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth on the 6100.
Correct. Yes.
It has this little, you probably can't see it. It has this little sticker here, and that's the
Hold on a second, Steve. Okay, go ahead.
This is the 6100, and the 6100 has this little sticker over this hole in the metal case. Otherwise, this whole entire case is metal. And how, we're hams. We should know this. You're not going to get a Wi-Fi and a Bluetooth signal out of a metal cage like that. This one, the 6200, it is plastic on the side.
Okay.
The Wi-Fi works great right out of the box, so that's good.
Well, that's good. Okay.
They're learning.
Okay.
That's not a hatch. That's an Apple AirTag place.
Right.
It's not even that deep.
Okay. All right. Well, good. All right. Let's move on. Thank you for thanks Eric for being here.
Yeah.
And we're going all over the place, and that's okay. That's okay. Scott, you're next, buddy. What's up?
Oh well, geez, caught me on the spot.
Well, you're next in line. I mean, you can see my screen, right? You're next in line on Zoom.
My screen,
we're
right
everywhere.
next to you, man.
I know. Oh, so you're not watching the live stream. You're on my Zoom, but not giving me the watch time on live stream. Okay, I get it. No, I'm kidding. I'm Go ahead.
I'm in the chat.
No, I just while you guys were all up at Hamvention or whatever the hell it was.
Hamvention.
Hamvention.
That's right.
Whatever the hell it was.
We started an
I was
hour
unfortunately
at the frat house.
Yeah, I was unfortunately still stuck here in Texas, but I shot a video on the recent solar flare, and everybody's all giddy about the Northern Lights coming down. I was sitting here looking up that in horror, thinking that's not necessarily a good thing. That's a massive solar flare that could wipe things out. So I did a video on the Carrington event and talking about solar flares and the dangers of this and how we could probably solve this. We'd spend some money on infrastructure rather than sending it off to other countries. Well, that apparently lit the fuse on the tampon of a couple viewers, and they got really excited about it. And,
you know what? I think people are on edge lately because I've had those same guys that have their tampons on fire have been in my comments a bunch lately. I don't know what's up with that.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm going to unsubscribe to you. It's like, go ahead, man. I don't care.
Hey, you've got a real if Charlie is pissing off viewers, man, those guys have issues. Charlie's like the nicest guy on YouTube. And it's like, if Charlie's video is making you mad, oh my God, what is wrong with your world? Anyway, go ahead, Scott. I'm sorry. I started to interrupt.
Here's what happened. I lose 3 subscribers because when they post stupid crap like that, I'm just telling you, don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out.
Right.
I gained 48 more.
That's good.
There's no loss there. But I posed a question here. We don't really know if Faraday cages really work because we haven't had an actual EMP event happen. So we're all kind of just playing with fire, hoping that what we have, either whether it's a EMP bag or a homemade thing like you make on your own, if it's actually going to work. So I posed a question to the community. Hey, let's come up with some ideas. Let's share ideas and see if we can come up with some ideas to help protect our gear in case this thing's coming back around the sun.
Right.
That big flare went around. It's just circle around. So when it comes back, it can come back stronger. It can come back the same, or it could be dissipated completely. We don't know. We'll know in about a week or two.
I had K6UDA on one of my Christmas live streams, and we were talking about Faraday cages, and we kind of went down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories. I mean, if you guys know Bob, I mean, we went down a Bob rabbit. Yeah, Josh is right here shaking his head right now. Yeah, so we went down the Bob rabbit hole. But one of the things he said was the Faraday cage. He's like, "What are you going to do?" So someone EMPs the country. Your Faraday cage fails. Your phone doesn't work, so you're going to drive down to the company and knock on the door. Hey, you owe me a refund because this fried almost. What are you going to do? So I'm like,
make a tactical trash can.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Make your own trash can. So
I did a Christmas popcorn trash can. That was fun. And we all get those Christmas popcorn tins.
Those will work well, actually, because they seal up pretty good. You just got to make sure they make a good electrical connection. You're good.
It's true.
But yeah, I did that video, and you know, I had a couple little issues. Most people were supportive and stuff. No one's still talking about it. No one's giving any input on what we could do to help protect our stuff, which I really like to see some information or some ideas on that, because that could generate yet another show.
I would like to see ideas on what we can do to test this stuff more thoroughly to understand if it will protect us at what rated level.
Well, they have testing apparatuses, but usually you got to be like a very large aerospace company or engineering or the government, right? But they actually do test this stuff. It's something they have the capability to do. But I mean, you can do this with a spec an inside the can and just test it outside with some kind of signal and then transmit into it and see what the attenuation level is. You're aiming for 60 dB of attenuation, if not better.
Well, I did a video like that a while back about a tactical Faraday dry bag from Faraday Defense, and I put an HT inside the bag, and I stood outside the bag with another HT, and I keyed the mic, and when you're standing right next to it, you can hear yourself. You take literally 3 steps back, and it's garbled, and you take one more step back, and it's gone. And I'm like, okay, so unless you're standing next to the Faraday bag, transmitting at least 5 watts into it, you're probably going to be okay. And your smartphone and your tablet is nowhere near the 5 watt capability. So go ahead.
Here's my point, though. If 3 nukes went off, West Coast, Mid Coast, or West Coast, middle of the country, and East Coast, is your Mission Darkness Faraday bag going to protect you? Is your garbage can Faraday cage going to protect you?
I don't know, but it's going to do better than not doing anything at all.
Oh, you got bigger problems to worry about than a Faraday bag.
Correct. That's you got bigger problems than that. Yeah, but like having something is always better than having nothing.
So what I did to test mine, I did FM and AM.
I did too.
Because FM and AM are transmitting 1,000 megawatts or whatever over there at Cedar Hill, and so they're going to be much more powerful as a test to see if they can get through that metal. And then that was my thoughts.
It's a fun test to do, whether it's actually real world test or not, I don't know. But it was really fun to do, because if you would have put an HT in a regular bag and walked 5 feet away from it and keyed up, you would have hurt yourself. I could hear myself a football field away if I got line of sight to a regular bag. But so it obviously worked to a certain degree. So I thought that was just a cool test to run. But
it's the amount of attention, though, is the curiosity.
Yes, correct.
So you use your tiny SA. So tune up on the tiny SA on the same frequency as your AM station. Measure what the reading is. Put it in your bag. Measure what the reading is when you pull it out of the bag, and that's your peak hold or your peak whatever it is attenuation. Right, you're trying to get what the separation is. That's your big thing. You're trying to determine what the attenuation is. You aim for 60 plus.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Thank you, Scott, for being here, dude. You need to reserve a seat on the back seat of my truck for one of these years to Hamvention. Love to have you along, man.
Absolutely.
You got a free ride. Yeah. It's not going to cost me anything. So, I'd love to have you along. Let's go to Robert, dude. Did you build that antenna yet?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I just got it.
I know.
You still have time. You still have time.
Yeah. I think I'll get it done maybe before some other antennas get built. Okay. But that's just a guess.
So I brought home an antenna for Robert from Hamvention because he was flying. I was driving. It was not a large antenna. It was only about 2 foot, 4x4x2 or something like that. So tell everybody what you got, man.
Yeah, I got a M² sat pack.
Yeah.
So
nice.
I'm gearing up for a serious ground station here. So that's in the works. But so that's part of my Hamvention haul. That was the big part of my haul. I didn't go kind of flex crazy like a few other folks.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean,
Robert. Flex.
Yeah, but I did get one of those kind of breakout mic doodads for the TX500 at 4 days in May.
I got one of those as well. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
I got one of those as well.
Today. That works.
Was that by Adam?
Well.
Good.
Tufton.
No, Tufton.
His name is Josh.
Joshua.
Joshua. Yes.
Joshua.
Yes. Joshua. It's NF or N5FI.
N5FY.
Close.
Fox Yankee.
Yeah.
Great guy. Really smart.
That thing works great. So
yeah, he's a good dude.
I know, Josh, you picked one up. Jason, I know you picked one up. I think you guys will be happy.
I got one, and I got the cover for it, too. So my wife and I are going to Alaska at the end of June, the week after field day. We're gonna fly to Anchorage. We're gonna stay for a day, and then we're gonna get on a cruise. And we're gonna do all these ports and end up in Vancouver. So she's like, "This is how great my wife is." Okay, I hope she's still listening. So this is how great. Yeah. So she's like, "Hey, we're gonna be in Alaska. Why don't we go by a park you can activate?" And I'm like, "Yes, let's do that," because I have a personal goal to activate a park in all 50 states. So I'm probably gonna take that TX500 because I've got the 60-watt amp for it. And I've got the little case for it, and I've got the cheesehead battery they made for it, which is actually okay. But that's probably what I'm gonna take. So the reason I bought that, I bought that little cover from Tufton, and I bought the microphone connector thingy, and I'll put all that together. So I think that's gonna be a good, and I have a digi-rig for it. So if I have to do some FT8, it should be pretty easy to do FT8 from that rig as well. So I think that's one I'm going to take. But
yeah, well, and it significantly reduces the size of your pack for that.
Correct.
Thing,
yes.
Right? Correct. So that's very cool. I also picked up the MSAT CubeSat simulator. So they had a kit that allows you to build a CubeSat simulator. So
really,
that's
okay.
And I bought. So there's two ways you can buy it. You can buy it with everything included, and it's like $400, something like that. Or you can buy just the PCBs for $35. I bought the PCBs because I've got a drawer full of crap. I figure I've got probably half the BOM in my drawer, and then I'll buy the second half. But that'll be a winter project. So I'm looking forward to that.
And when he says BOM, he means BOM, not BOMB. Okay, people just understand BOM, bill of material.
Yes,
bill of material. Yeah. So Eric N1JUR, thank you. Gifted 10 Ham Radio 2.0 memberships. Wow. So I think those are gone already.
And your wife was watching.
I saw her. Yeah, she's in the chat. That's a cool feature. I love going into people's live streams and gifting memberships. Those of you who have memberships on YouTube, I've done that to several of you, and I just think it's a cool thing to do. So thank you, thanks Eric, appreciate that, man.
Yeah. One other thing I'll mention.
Go ahead, Rob.
So Trina, KI5YYL, and I are going to go out to a park tomorrow, and we're going to try to do her first POTA activation on 10 meters as a technician. Okay. So
what park?
We'll be in US 3011. So keep your eyes on Ham or on your
Ham Alert.
What's our call sign?
It is KI5 Yankee Lima. Young lady, she'll tell you.
Oh, nice. I'll put it in Ham Alert.
KI5YYL. Yeah, everybody check that out tomorrow.
That one's an easy one to remember because there's a K6YYL Kim out here in California too.
Yep.
Yes, yeah, Kim. I've worked her many times on POTA activation. She's great. She's a good hunter.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, she's an activator too, obviously, but yeah.
What time are you guys going out, Rob?
We're going to go out, I think, relatively early, try to beat the heat. So, I mean, I would think
good idea.
The park opens at 8, so we'll probably be 8:30, 9 o'clock, something like that.
Okay.
Cool. All right, thanks, Rob. Appreciate you being here, buddy. I'm really looking forward to getting you getting those M-squared antennas set up. We're going to come up there and do a video about that. So I will get the video footage. You will get the subscribers when I say, hey, you guys go subscribe to Rob because he does really cool satellite videos. So it's a win-win situation. So,
you guys don't have to wait for the antennas to be built to do that, right? You can go do that today. So
yeah. I still have, and I've actually used it a couple times, but I haven't done a video on it yet. That R-Finder system actually works quite well. I'm quite happy with that R-Finder system. So
the auto rotator thing.
Yeah, it follows. It follows. You click. Yeah, so the app comes up and you say, I want to AO whatever the number, A054, whatever, click, and the rotator goes, whoop, whoop, and it follows it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it tells you which ones are coming over the horizon to you now. So it works very well, actually. So, all right, I'm gonna Frank, you're next, but hold on. Mike joined, and it looks like he's walking around doing something, not sitting at his desk.
Drinking?
So I'm gonna let Mike go because
I will yield the floor shortly for Mike.
I suspect he's a short timer here. So yeah, what's up, Mike?
Just checking in here on the Bodie McBoatface net here. I am. So T-Ray texted me and told me you guys might have been talking crap about me being at a pool or something.
Yeah.
I said you were at a pool. You were probably sitting at a kiddie pool in your backyard with Satan. Is what I said. But I don't know that it was crap, really. But
I don't. I'm just. Don't shoot
Mike's
the messenger.
sensitive.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to hop on and here. Let's change the camera there. See, there's KF8IV.
Yeah. What's up?
Here's the
nice pool.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
very cool. Yeah.
It's only
very
90.
good.
It's calm. It's cooled down to about 90 degrees now.
Oh no.
So where's the counterpoise?
How many HTs you got in the pool, man?
There are no HTs in the pool right now.
You're slacking, dude.
Notice, and where's St. Caged at right now?
Here, so give me a break.
Yeah.
But I want to say hi to Rick KF9IV. That's Ryan's dad. He's watching.
Is he in the chat?
I won't hold that against him, but he was asking about batteries. He was texting Ryan. So that Power Queen Mini, if you want a cheap 100 amp battery, that's the way to go.
She's a killer.
So that's
use N1JUR checkout.
Hope everyone has a holiday weekend, and remember those who served to and gave all for our freedoms, and go Second Amendment.
Yes.
Go Second Amendment.
Go Second Amendment. So
I was reading the Discord chat earlier. So
yeah. So I will say this: I should have said this up front. And I didn't. Because
You're Jason.
I was just gonna get into. I just like to. I had a lot of people in Zoom, and I want to ignore you guys. I say I do, but I really don't. I appreciate that you guys are here. Seriously. So Memorial Day. So I got an email from somebody, one of the newsletters I follow, and they're talking about Memorial Day, how it's been too commercialized. You shouldn't say Happy Memorial Day. You should remember the fallen. That Memorial Day is for, and it's all completely correct. Stuff that I agree with. Stuff that I completely agree with. But at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know how to say this exactly. So take my words with a grain of salt right now. But I think that remembering the fallen is absolutely 100% necessary. Something we don't do enough anymore in this country. But at the same time, these are the freedoms that they died for. These are the freedoms that they sacrificed for, is to live in a society where, hey, sales happen on the weekends. So it's not a sales holiday weekend. It's not a, hey, Happy Memorial Day. I said Happy Memorial Day on a couple of live streams last year, and I had people telling me, you're not supposed to say that. And I'm like, really? Because I've been saying that for like 40 years.
Yeah, it used to be the thing, yeah.
It used to be the thing. So, and I understand where they're coming from. I don't mean this in any bad way at all. But, yeah, so just remember what my email blast today said. Remember what Memorial Day is for. Is it commercialized? Yes, it is. There's nothing I can do to change that. But, just as long as we remember what it's for. 4th of July is the same way. But, we live in a country where we can do stuff like that and be thankful. Be thankful we live in a country we can do stuff like that. And if you have served, and I don't care if it's not Veterans Day. I don't care tomorrow's not Veterans Day. If you have served, you are serving, or you're a veteran, thank you for your service across the country, wherever you're watching from, across the United States, North America, across the globe. Thank you for your service. And thank you to those of you who have had fallen loved ones. I don't care if it's 2 or 3, 4 or 5 generations ago. Yeah. This is the kind of thing that we should talk more about, in my opinion. So, okay, I'll leave that right there, and we'll go from there. So, Mike, thanks for being here, buddy. I appreciate you taking the time to join us.
All right, guys, we'll see you.
See you later, man. Okay. All right, we got a couple of new people joining us, but I'm going to go ahead and give the floor to Frank. Everyone, turn your volume down on your speakers.
Even more reason for me to project.
I know.
Remember day one,
Yeah.
Jason, when me and you did that live stream? You were like, Frank, speak up. Frank, speak up.
Oh, yes. I do
Frank,
remember that.
enunciate.
I wish I wouldn't have done that. But yeah, go ahead.
now look at me now.
Yeah.
Adam looks like he's got something good going on over there. I just had to throw that out.
I don't know. I just watched to see if his subscriber count drops when he says, "Welcome to Tank Radio."
That's good. That's good. I like that.
I'm Tank
Go ahead,
Radio. My channel is about my adventure through amateur radio. We're currently doing and building a ham shack outside, well, inside, and we're building it outside and bringing it all in. Currently, I'm drinking Bullet 4 Roses. I was going to be smoking today, but 96 outside said nope.
I know it, man.
And I'm just enjoying the day. Tomorrow, my video of the let me say this right. I always say it wrong. The U.S. Air Force Museum is coming out. I have shot so much video of me
from Dayton.
From Dayton.
Okay.
From me and Mike going around. I thought I was just going to do a couple clips and throw it into my Hamfest show. I walked away with 77 different video clips.
Wow.
Of that museum.
It is,
so I cut it up, and that video is dropping, and it just coincidentally it's dropping tomorrow, and I can't think of a better thing for it to drop on my channel.
Absolutely. That's good.
Like you said, thank you to the veterans out there. Thank you for everyone who has sacrificed, even the families, to allowing their loved ones go off and protect this amazing country. And I think Mike said it right. I can't believe I'm about to quote Mike, but Second Amendment go.
Go to A. I was going to let Mike talk about his new POTA mast, and he didn't want to stick around long enough to do that. So
he's not available, so it doesn't really matter. You know?
I have something to say
but you can pre-order
them. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I used it today.
One too.
I used it today, and I'll talk about it in a second.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Charlie. Okay. Good. So Charlie and Josh can talk about that in a minute. Adam, are you? Thank you, Frank. I'll always thank you, Frank. I'm gonna. In fact, I'm gonna go get a refill here in a minute, Frank. So I'm gonna leave it to you here in a second.
Yes.
Not yet. I'm not there yet. So, Adam, are you here a short time, or what's going on with you, man?
No, I can stick around for a bit. So yeah, all good. You don't have to cater to me or anything.
Okay.
Can we ask what was in your glass? Because you held it up a second ago.
Oh, what do I have in there? It's an IPA, something local. I can't remember which one. So I'll have to take a look at the can. I can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want to. If you were short time, I wanted to let you give you the floor for a minute. But okay. All right.
No,
so let's.
Good. I just plugged in a battery, so I should be good for a little.
Awesome. Cool. All right. So we're gonna go over to Josh. I think this is maybe Josh's first time on YouTube.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not sure.
Thank you for welcoming here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put up my live subscriber count, and if we could keep an eye on that, if it
totally, because there's nobody watching me that's not already subscribed to you right now.
right, indeed. Boy, I'm sad that Mike left because I literally put the Explorer up to talk to him. So I just came from the world's largest pool, which is the Pacific Ocean, and I was fooling around on the podcast, the Ham Radio Crash Course podcast, which I do with my wife, and I was jokingly came up with this idea of, what if you had your entire pack out of radio in 1 pound? It's a 1 pound.
Oh my gosh!
So battery, radio, key mic, antenna. And then here's the caveat: activate a park with it, do at least one contact on CW, one on single sideband, and one on digital. All under 1 pound. Now, the computer doesn't count, right? Because that would just blow the whole thing.
Yeah.
So the first person who beat me to the punch is in this chat. It was Adam.
And it was less than 1 pound, I heard, too, right?
Wasn't it?
His was even lighter. Yeah.
So are you saying that the whole 1 pound thing was your idea? Because I thought that was Adam's idea.
No. It was from the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adam, you could confirm that, right?
Well,
Adam was muted.
He's can say,
okay.
No, it's my idea.
He's like, no, my idea was 12 ounces, not 1 pound.
Know, right?
You guys in your heavy ass packs, man. 1 pound. What's up with that? So
go ahead, Adam.
It was 100% Josh's idea, and of course I loved it, right? And,
right.
But I would say the thing I said was, oh, come on, man, you can't like exclude the computer from that too. We can get this under a pound, so I can keep the phone.
He got the phone in too.
The phone, yeah.
And he did it in work clothes. I mean, on top of that.
So I did it with board shorts on the beach today, and I got to tell you, it's harder than you expect because the True SDX, there's really not another radio that fits in this 1 pound thing that can do digital CW and single sideband. The True SDX is kind of it, and it's not a fantastic radio to operate. Just spoiler alert, guys. I did succeed. It was a challenge, and I have many thoughts I'm going to put in a video as I kind of formalize a little bit more what I think this should be. 1 pound is a little hard for a lot of people to do, so we might bump that up a little bit.
Did that include the mast that you have on the screen right now?
No, because so the thought with the mast is you could just throw an antenna into a wire, right, with a line. So I assume that the mast is just kind of it's just an ancillary thing, right? It's not a big
tree. Shenanigans.
I think that I want to. Okay, so nobody steal my idea because I'm totally going to steal this idea because I really want to do a pack to go to Alaska, like I was just talking about. But it's not going to be under 1 pound, guys. It's just not going to happen. No. But I think when I get back, I might do it. Like, how heavy can we make our pack? I was like, can I put like an old tube amplifier in the bed of my truck and take it out there with an old like FT101 EE? I think I'm going to do that. I'm thinking, how heavy can I make my POTA pack? That'd be fun.
So do you have to carry it to the activation site in one transversing?
Hell no, I said POTA. I didn't say soda. I'm not like these like really buff in shape soda guys. I'm not like that. No, I said POTA.
When Jason's saying POTA and how heavy can we make it, he means pallets on the air.
Pallets on the air.
There you go.
Army surplus on the air.
Army surplus on the air. Totally. Absolutely.
My last point that I'll hit, and I have a bunch of videos coming out from this next week and into next, but the Explorer mast is an upgrade to the Carbon 6. I quite like it. It is a very good mast. The tip end sections being as rigid as they are on the beach was perfect. It was great. And so I was just going to give a big shout out to Mike. I already made a video talking about it as a part of something else and linked on his to his GigaParts thing. And I'll probably do the same with the video I did today. But yeah, good. It was good.
It was I have the Carbon 6, and I want to make a video comparing the two. But yes, absolutely, I shared it in my shopping video on Friday. So,
and just remember, if you want to help Mike, you want to use his link specifically, not just go up to GigaParts and buy it.
You got to go to his link.
So fun fact here: GigaParts is working on, and I think they have it ready now. I think with their new store and their new POS system. We are going to let me confirm this before you guys try it, okay? We are going to be able to have our subscribers physically walk into the GigaParts store, pick up some items, and take it to the checkout and say, use code KC5HWB or whatever you guys' codes are. Not just me.
Jason also talked about this.
Can you use multiple codes?
Yes.
I'm looking forward to
No,
it.
you can't. You can use one code. You can use one code for one discount, and you're going to be able to you're going to be able to do it in person in the store soon.
Nice.
I don't know if it's ready yet. I was talking to them about that, and they're like, yeah, that's something we really want to do. It's kind of tricky with the POS system and getting everything synced, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, so that's coming. So okay. Josh, thank you for being here.
Yeah, Adam was going to say something really quick. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, if I may, a couple things.
Sure.
Has anybody measured the actual length and weighed that mast yet? So what is the total extended length?
It's 20 feet is the total extended length, and I have not weighed it.
I'm just curious.
I'm going to pull up the website here and see if we can find out.
You know what? I think no, it's not on there. I think I'll do that. I think because I have the Carbon 6 and I've used it a couple times, and like Mike said, the top two sections of that mast that's a great mast. No derogatory sentences meant towards this, but the top two sections are useless. So Mike's mast kind of solves that problem, and that'd be a good question, Adam. I'm not sure.
Yeah. No, I'd love to know if it's like 20, a little over, a little under, whatever.
Right.
And then the weight is always interesting to know as well, because I literally probably have like 30 to 40 masts that telescopic masts that I use for spreaders or for wire holders or whatever. They get all kinds of different uses in antenna builds. And so I was just curious because, you know, a tool like that is incredibly useful, and that seems like a really solid design. So it's pretty cool stuff.
Light.
I'll tell you what the best thing. Yeah. This is my opinion. I think the best thing about that Carbon 6 mast, and now Mike's mast also, the POTA, they're calling it a POTA 20 mast. POTA 20 because it's 20 feet. They will have a 30-foot version soon. The best thing about those masts is, and a lot of you don't do this, and that's okay, but if you are trying to pack a bag for a plane ride where you don't check any bags, it is hard to find a mast that will fit in a packed, checked bag. I'm sorry, packed carry-on bag, packed non-checked bag. I took my Spider Beams mast. No memory card, Freddie Mac. I don't know what you're doing about it. So it was funny. That's funny. I've done that before. That's why it's funny. So I've taken my Spider Beams mast and taken it on a plane and just carried it because it's like 30 inches long. And Spider Beams makes a fantastic mast, one of my favorite masts. But yeah, it's hard to find something that's actually useful besides that'll carry in a check bag. So for me, that was pretty gold for that. That's why I bought the Carbon 6 because of that.
I'm going to wait for 45 Auto's recommendation because apparently Adam's going to have a 20-meter mast and an Altoid tin by next week.
Yeah, Robert. Point of order. Robert said that he weighed the mast today.
Yeah.
And he got, how much was it?
It's 315 grams, 11.1 ounces.
Oh, not too bad.
That's cool. Do you know how many? The other thing I'd be curious of is how many sections is it?
From there you can compute the total length.
Well, you have some overlap too.
Yeah, the 4-inch overlap usually.
Right.
16 inches.
And it packs down to 16 inches, right?
Yeah.
It's a little longer than the Carbon 6.
It's a little bit longer than the Carbon 6. And Mike was like, I don't care how fat it is when it packs down. He's like, I just don't want it any taller than like 16 inches, whatever it is. And I'm like, yeah, because like the problem with taking a mast on a checked bag or a non-checked bag, I keep saying checked bag, on a carry-on bag, is that it's too long.
Yep.
And that's the problem with it. So
it fits in my
9.
Fits in my day pack, which is nice. And I don't have to put it in the water bottle pocket, so I can carry a water bottle, and I don't have this thing sticking out. It's great. Yeah. And the attached eyelet, the permanently attached eyelet that pulls out when you pull the plug.
Very cool.
I've heard multiple times is the top section of Mike's mast is as hefty as the 5th section down.
That's about right.
Carbon 6.
Yep.
That's about right. Bill, did you get one of those?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good.
Let me just
I know you, Bill. I know you will use it. I know you will use it because
we need links to these things. Yeah, we need some links.
I'll go ahead and start getting some.
I'll get you a link when I get my discount code on it. I don't want to give you Mike's discount code. So. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I would say that if Mike was here. I would say that more if Mike was here. No, I shared it on my shopping video on Friday. So
Okay.
Frank, if you will go get the link for that, please.
I am writing that
Easy for you to
yes,
say.
Nice.
And seriously, use the code K8MRD on that link that Frank's about to share. You will save 5% with K8MRD. It's his brainchild. He should get credit for it.
Will it work? Because I thought it
should.
When I was talking to whiskey, when I was talking to Giga Jason, I thought he said there's not going to be a discount on that for a bit. But K8MRD might work. Go ahead and try it.
I thought K8MRD was an actual discount code, so try it and see. I don't know. So okay, all right, let's move on. Thank you, Josh. Tio, you're next. What's up, man?
I have been playing with this new radio. Maybe you guys have heard of it.
No, never heard of it. What is it?
Yeah, it's the Zygo X6200. It's actually a little bit wider.
Everybody's got their damn subscriber count up on the.
Coming.
No, sir, not everybody.
Well, not everybody.
I blame Tank Frank for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Carlos is over there like I'm not getting above 17, so I'm good. I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Tio.
I was going to say, Railroad Frank, his subscriber count seemed to have stalled there, so
come on, guys.
I just dropped his link back in the chat again.
Drop all of
get some more on there.
Yeah, drop all of the links into the chat. You guys are welcome to share your channels. It's my channel. You can do it. You guys watching, you can choose to click on it or not. It's your choice. It's your choice. But you know what? Some of these guys, and I'm not going to say which ones are, which ones are not. Some of these guys have really good videos. You're going to have to subscribe to everybody to figure out which ones are good and which ones are not. So, but yeah.
Some of us just have good thumbnams, and then you start playing the video. And it's
very true. Very true.
Who's that guy? Oh.
You're like, yeah, your retention time's like 12. Yeah, that's cool.
Yes, I've been playing with that. I've been playing with a bunch of other stuff. We are in the process of selling the camper trailer, the small one that I have, and getting a bigger one.
Oh, yeah.
So
nice.
we took a look at it yesterday, and then tomorrow we're going to go take a harder look at it. I'm bringing a battery to make sure those slides work, because I saw your slide,
Oh,
Jason.
my gosh. Oh, I've got a video upcoming on my new channel that says I am done with Forest River. Finished. Done.
That was a bad design, though. I mean, like,
it was a bad design.
You've got a 16-foot trailer and a 17-foot slide on that thing. It's a great floor plan. It's just like
they put the wrong. They put that Schwintek motor instead of the other one, whatever the other brand is with this. Yeah, whatever it is. But Hayden's a masochist, I think. But so
I'm trying to do the Mr. Beast used to say subscribe to PewDiePie, so I'm saying subscribe to Ham Radio Crash Course.
Well, when you get to the size of Mr. Beast, Hayden, I will applaud you, sir. So how's that?
Right.
How's that? Yeah. So it's that's a nightmare. I actually have some warranty work that's going to be done on mine in the next week or two. And I'm gonna trade the damn thing. Yes.
Oh yeah,
again.
you told me about it. I remember this.
We'll trade the damn thing in.
Yeah.
So anyway, more to come on that later. So Steve,
right back to Elkhart, Indiana. Yeah, drop that thing off and run as fast as you can.
Are you in Texas right now?
I am not. I am in Wisconsin again. We're doing a whole bunch of logistical stuff up here.
Oh, okay.
So
how much snow's on the ground?
None. It actually it hailed the other day when all those tornadoes came through Iowa, and we got hail up here.
Yeah.
Yep. So just getting a whole bunch of logistic stuff done, and I got to get a video film for the RV channel, and I got this new radio to play with. So loving life. It's always fun.
Cool,
to play.
man. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, so I did my video, and I get those Radiodity emails every week or so whenever they send them, and I'm like. And one subscriber said something to me, and they're like, "Hey, R&L is selling that." I'm like, "Really?" So Radiodity has it for $7.99 with a free battery.
Yep.
R&L has it for $7.49. No,
without the battery.
No free battery. So your $65 battery is free for only an extra $50 at Radiodity. But
that's the battery.
Is that it? Oh,
yeah.
How big is that? How many amp hours is that?
Let's see. It is 3,200 milliamp hours. So 3.2. Nope.
Dan, that's a sexy size.
Cool.
Just saying.
Good. Well, I've got one. Roger at R&L is going to send me one when he gets them in. So, pretty. I think it looks like a neat radio. I still have my 6100. I enjoy using it sometimes, not very often, but sometimes. So, I hope this one does a lot better. So, cool. Cool, Steve. Thanks for being here, bud. Charlie, you're next, man. What's up?
Okay. Hello, my friends. Glad to be here. Thanks for having us on, Jason.
Yeah, you bet.
Appreciate it. Okay, first thing, I want to just add a comment.
Who is this here?
Michael, you got a radio coming through.
Yeah, somebody mute. Okay, go ahead, Charlie.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I had this out in the field yesterday. 2 summits and parks. They're dual summit and park activations. Minimum wind speeds were, 20 miles an hour. We had gusts of 40 or more. And so that thing was up and it was really bending, but it was right on, man. The dipole was whipping and everything, but it's good. It's a good antenna. It's a good mast for sure. I loved it. It was great using it. And the compact size, perfect. Yeah. There's a lot of sections though, getting it up and down.
Yes. Yeah. Agreed.
That was the only thing I was like a little.
You're supposed to grab it and throw it out like a lightsaber, man.
All right.
Like a fishing rod.
There's a lot of trees around, but I don't know. I picked this up at the flea market at Hamvention. It's a step attenuator.
Oh yeah.
It was. Okay. I thought it was an absolutely fantastic deal until I saw right here that it says 75 ohms.
Ooh. Oh no!
Yoink! Oh well. I've been doing some research, and I'm making a video on my research because there's a way to use this. I think still for ham radio.
Yeah. Charlie, just add 10 to every one of the steps, so it's not a 40 dB step; it's a 50 dB step, and then it's 50, 40, 30 instead of 40, 30, 10. Don't math on stream.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yet? I don't know if that's right or not, but it sounds good.
There's more to it than that, I think.
Yeah, there is. It was half a joke.
Yes, he was just joking. So, anyway, there'll be a video on that. Plus, I am taking a trip to Hawaii. I hope to activate some parks and summits in Hawaii. So that's coming up in the near future. I'm not going to say when, but we'll make it known once we're there. And so, also, I joined the GQRP club. I don't know, a month ago. And that is a club out of England, and they have this really cool group called the Scratch Build Group, and I have been following along. They have a really good program where you can build a radio from scratch, and I have built several of the components and put little shorts on those, and I'm going to actually make a video of my my journey in making this Scratch Build radio. So that'll be on the YouTube channel as well. So it's a lot of stuff going on ham radio wise. You wouldn't, go figure.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's not like we have 150 different ham radio channels on YouTube that put videos up every week, and people think, what do you make videos about? Do you ever run out of ideas? No.
Never.
I never run out of ideas. I've got a list of ideas 7 pages long that I'll never get to because there's a lot inside of ham radio. It's not. I'm not joking with that. I'm absolutely serious with that. So
for sure.
Cool, man.
We had a great time at Hamvention. We presented a forum there, and actually my co-host Brian, who does the live streams with me, was there, and he also was one of the two. Me and him and one other guy presented at the forum. So, and I'm glad he's here to kind of participate today. So, thanks.
Cool. It was good seeing you in Dayton, Charlie. I'm glad you were able to make it. I know sometimes you don't always make that show, so I'm glad you were there this year. And are you coming to Huntsville?
Yeah, my deal is Dayton every year without fail. Nothing's going to stop me. But the others, I'm not so sure I'll ever make it.
But you're going to do Zion and/or Yellowstone, right?
Yes, I'll be at Zion for sure.
Okay. Zion's for sure. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of in your backyard anyway.
It is 6 hours away.
Yeah, good. Cool, man. Well, hey, it was good seeing you. Thanks for being here tonight.
Cool.
Appreciate your input.
You bet.
So, okay. Brian, I think Brian, you've got some internet issues going on there, but
you are on. All right.
You are welcome to talk, buddy. Go ahead.
Oh, it's all right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Subscriber count up. There's my subscriber count right there.
Nice.
That's great.
I am. I'm Charlie's co-host. The third Dayton Hamvention for me. Had a great time. Good seeing everybody. Got to spend a little bit of time with and meet a young ham. I got to meet a bunch of you guys. Cameron, KD9 Victor Gulf Victor, and his dad, AD9DO. I don't know if you guys all remember him or not, but he's awesome. We had a great time hanging out with them at the Hope and at the Troll Bar and everything else. Bought some good stuff. Got a 40-meter rotatable dipole while I was there for the tower, and won a key at the CW Ops dinner.
Cool.
It was a really, really good time. This is my third Xenia, and 2013 was my first Hamfest over at the Hardbar Bunch Arena. And that was the after, for those who may or may not remember, that was the year after the infamous poop guys are out in the parking lot when the sewer line broke. So that was the legend of the following year. I love that, just a good time. I have a good time doing stuff with Charlie. We go on activations together. I'm usually saying sometimes inappropriate things that never make the air because Charlie has to edit them out.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly. Yeah.
I like you even more, Brian.
Sounds like Charlie's channel.
Just one really quick example. We were hiking along, and I was recording, and he says, and then I put it away, and he goes, why don't you say some more to Wilson? And I'm like, Wilson? And he goes, yeah, from Wilson, the ball, Wilson.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
So if you ever have the privilege of going on an activation with Charlie's got the hiking stick with the camera on it, and he's always talking to it. And all I could think of is Wilson from Castaway. So I refer to that as Wilson when I'm out with Charlie.
That's great. I'm glad that Brian. I'm glad that Brian is here because he volunteered to fly me next year for Parachute Mobile at Hamvention. So you all know, you can thank him.
Really?
Yeah, that's right, Carlos. You find a plane. You find somebody that'll let me fly the plane for you, and I'll fly it. So you guys were all talking about you're hitting some of the subjects I'm familiar with here. Traveling with your stuff. My previous life, I would spend an average of 60 commercial flights a year as a passenger, traveling to and from work to different airplanes, and I always bring a HF gear with me so I can activate, because I never know when I'm going to have a little bit of time somewhere to activate it. I activated in Texas. I've activated all over just for that reason. So I got some good poles, some small stuff, and I could fit everything into a carry-on bag. And I'm a little bit of an X in that. So yeah, good times, really good times. But I get to fly now. And I said, Carlos, you find a plane, I'll fly you, man. In fact, I'll be here to push you out the door.
Yeah. I'll push him out the door. I'd be happy to do that.
No,
That's great.
I'll take Little Spoon as Carlos jumps down to the earth.
Hey, there you go.
Sheesh. It's always something. Well, Brian, thanks for being here. Brian, you don't have a channel, right? You just help Charlie?
No, I do not. I'm one of Charlie's side.
Okay.
My subscriber count is being 0.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because somebody in the chat was asking, what is this guy's channel? And I'm like, I don't think he has one. So, hey, man, I appreciate you being here and joining us tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great time.
So you can find him and his shenanigans on my channel. We've been up in a plane together doing some stuff with I've recorded some of him doing some of his aeronautic stuff on our channel. So check it out at Red Summit RF. You'll catch him there.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Somebody drop Charlie's channel link in the chat, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, man. Thanks, Brian, for being here. Hayden, why the hell are you showing Josh's subscriber count?
Subscribe to Ham Radio Crash Course.
I mean, seriously.
He needs subscribers. What
you
can
don't.
I say?
You don't.
He's
have
still trying
any,
to make up from last year.
You don't have
tell Josh he was going to Hamvention.
You don't have.
Oh, it was more than that. It was
don't have any self-worth or security at all, dude.
It was lies.
Oh, his is down in the bottom corner.
Josh sent me,
my gosh.
What did you do? You sent me a message and you're like, you better not lie to me again this year.
Yeah, that's what I
did. Okay. All right, Charlie, you're gonna drop.
All right, I gotta go. Catch you guys later.
Okay, man. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here.
Hey, Charlie.
buddy.
Peace.
All right. Okay, where did Hayden go?
I'm still here.
No, it just moved.
Lost in the.
I don't see. I don't.
He dropped my.
Oh, there you go. You're way. Oh, you're way up
giving
there.
him prime time, so he got
he's
rid
down
of my
under.
sub
Okay. All right. All right. So
I
I pinned him and then I changed it to the speaker view. So here we go. Okay. All right. What's up, buddy? What time is it over there?
11:30 a.m.
Okay. Can you give me the lottery numbers for tomorrow?
You guys just keep using that joke over and over.
Well, it's a good joke. I mean, come on. You haven't done it yet. I've asked you like 100 times. You haven't done it yet. Come on.
Yeah, for the sports almanac too.
You're right. Yeah. Gray's Sports Almanac. So
I think it was 120 million on Saturday night. So I probably should have given you that one.
Yeah, you probably should have given it.
But that's only like 50 million American though. That's not a lot.
I'll buy you that brand new ICOM radio in pieces that came out. I'll buy you that. If you tell me what the numbers are.
I reckon that ICOM radio is going to be a put it together yourself a DIY kit.
Oh, I like it. There's a speculation we need.
I think they would do well with something like that, but I don't think that's what it is. And when we get through all the introductions, I'm like, I want to hear what everybody's theory is, because I think my subscribers, I think my subscribers have nailed it on the head. And something that none of us guessed that day of the recording. So,
really?
Go ahead, Hayden. What's up, buddy? Hey, man. I was sorry that you didn't come to Dayton this year, but I hope to see you next year, man.
Yeah. I'll try to make next year. It just didn't work out this year, but next year should be good. I was watching all of your videos and like sitting in a bowl eating popcorn on the couch, being all depressed. But no, it looks like you guys had a lot of fun, and it's good that they broke the record, and we'll just break the record again next year.
So what was your favorite video that you watched?
There was one with I'm trying. Now you've got me, Frank. I'm trying to think of all the stuff that happened.
The hard questions coming from Frank here.
Yeah. There was one. I think one of Carlos's videos. He did a video. There was a lot
the
of
one where Carlos stole your idea.
Of course. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Carlos stole my idea. There was a lot of shorts as well. People were posting heaps of shorts at the start, and then someone put, I think it was Joe Brett, I'm sick of posting shorts, so here's another short.
Yeah. I did see that.
I think there was a
tag
short
the
of,
Bronco this year.
I think there was a short of
I did say that.
Tank Radios snoozing away at a thing.
Yeah,
I showed
you was
at
in one of the
Hamvention.
forums.
Yeah.
At Hamvention.
I'm sorry, Josh.
He sat in the front seat and then fell asleep. Like, at least go sit in the back or something, bud. Come on.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I watched a bit of Josh's live stream, a bit of your live stream, Jason. Just seeing all of the stuff set up, but yeah, it was all good. There was a lot. I noticed even on Friday when you had all that rain, there was quite a bit still out in the boneyard. So,
there's a lot of people.
So I have a question for you, Hayden.
It was actually on Friday when it rained. Everyone was indoors, so it seemed like there was like twice as many people there as normal. Because like, wow, you couldn't even walk through the aisles. Yeah. You're like, what is up with this? They're like, oh yeah, it's raining, so everybody's inside. There's nobody outside. So on Saturday, when the rain stopped Friday afternoon, Friday evening, something like that. So on Saturday, everybody's outside, and you're like, it doesn't seem very crowded in here. You go outside, and there's like 1 million people outside. So here's the.
I think Kyle said it was like butts to nuts in there on Friday.
It was, yeah. So here's a release that Hamvention did on May 24th. That was 2 days ago. Hamvention General Chairman Jim Storms is proud to announce the 2024 event had a record-setting official attendance of 35,877 people.
Fantastic.
That's awesome.
So
that is absolutely 100% awesome. Those of you who complain that Hamfests are dying, there you go.
And it was my first year attending too. So
Freddie Mac, so you got to come back every year now, Freddie Mac. There's no excuses. But
It's
it was
a curse
all
if
you.
you don't come, man.
It's all
gonna
you,
bring them all
man.
down. You'll tear
I've
down
got
the
an
whole
excuse.
franchise.
Might be biannually.
Let 'em down.
I'll just
If
go
you,
every second year.
If you
So I
haven't
had
seen,
a question for you, Hayden.
Let's say goodbye to Scott first. He's got to go. See you, man.
Later, Scott.
Thanks, Scott. Appreciate you being here, bud.
Have a great night.
Okay, Frank, go ahead.
Is there a Hamfest over in Australia that we can as Hamfesters show up because you awesomely came over and came to the States? Is there one that we can go maybe a year or two and bombard?
You'll be very disappointed with the attendance. That's the first thing. If you want to go to
in Tokyo.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say that, Robert.
Yes.
I was just gonna say
Good
that.
luck with that one.
Well,
I got invited.
Let's go.
There's
Tokyo
another
or Friedrichshafen in Germany.
There's
Which one?
another Hamfest in Japan. It's not Tokyo. It's another city, and I can't remember the name of it right now. But
Osaka.
the guy, that's it, Osaka.
It is.
That's it,
Oh my
Osaka.
God.
So the guy who was in charge of that Hamfest was at the Buddy Pole booth. I got invited to that Hamfest. He's like, man, you need to come to Osaka. I'm like, I would love to do that. It'd be
Dude,
great.
Dollar's
like,
strong in Japan right now,
you're
guys.
gonna have-
all I gotta
You
say,
mentioned-
it's strong.
You mentioned like 50
motivation,
YouTubers
actually.
all descending on Tokyo Hamfest.
I'm gonna need you to treat me to like some really, really, really good sushi. But I'm all down with that, man. Let's do it.
before we get 100% squirreled here, if you want a visual,
Squirreled.
it's
Squirreled.
it's what happens. Okay, if you want a really good visual of the attendance on Saturday, I have a short and a regular video. They're the same video, okay? The pilot was kind enough to take me around the fairgrounds. So I have a 3,000-foot view of the fairgrounds, the parking lots, everything else.
Oh,
It is
seriously?
packed.
Great
to the
video for sure.
gills.
It's
It is
awesome.
packed to the gills.
Okay, I'm gonna go find that, Carlos, and we're gonna play that real quick.
Yes.
Hold on a second.
Because
yes.
While you do that,
so
I want to
Oh,
know.
It looks like the Exodus out of Mexico.
Who would sleep at a Hamfest?
Frank.
Frank.
I mean,
Anybody
While
who-
he's doing that, I want to
Front
know.
row at the forum too. That he's supposed to guest on. That I asked him to come up and talk.
He was
Fell asleep.
I did amazing. It was awesome.
I heard he
Jason, check
closed
the
the
chat.
Hope Hotel that night.
I want to report.
I heard-
Jason for elder abuse.
I heard Josh and Sterling and Kyle came home at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
on Sunday
I
morning,
think, but yeah.
and didn't even make it to the Hamfest on Sunday. That's what I heard. So
Wow.
I'm not going to
Oh, I
tell
had
you
a
who
flight.
told me that. I'm not gonna tell you who said that, but his name is Bill. So I mean,
I had a flight. I mean, Bill 30, Bill 30, Bill.
All I know is I was lying there sleeping, and the door opens, and I hear, "Bill's gone." And I sit up, and I'm half
Sterling.
Sterling, yeah.
And I look down to make sure I'm not having an out-of-body experience. I'm gone?
I'm gone? Where am
I
I?
was half asleep. Where am I?
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Good about this.
I'm still here.
Starts laughing. Yeah. Kyle just walks
Did you find the
around and
video,
starts
Jason?
laughing.
Yes, I
did.
did.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
But the punchline of that, sorry, Hayden. The punchline of Bill's comment was, Bill then groggily asks, "What time is it?" And without missing a beat, Sterling goes, "It's Bill 30."
Yes.
So there you go. That's
Bill 30.
Sorry, Hayden. Go ahead.
Hold on. Go ahead, Hayden. I'm sorry.
Just to answer you quickly, Frank. No, there's a few smaller ones, probably 500 to 1,000 people, maybe max.
Okay.
But yeah,
because I was thinking that'd be pretty cool to go over there and bombard it.
Yeah. It would take about 20, maybe 30 seconds to talk my wife into going to Australia. She's like, "Yeah, let's
do
go."
it.
So we go there, would we be able to do
especially if I say to her, "Hey, Hayden's going to put us up for free. We don't have to pay anything." Then because I would do that for Hayden. If Hayden ever comes to Texas, he's got a free place. You got a free place to stay here, buddy. In fact,
I got space.
I'm like, you know what? I could probably tell you at least 3 people in this chat right now that would put you up for free besides me.
Yeah, for sure.
But
it should be in Oklahoma, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Oklahoma's just occupied North Texas. It's all it is. So
as far as Hamfest go, Lou has a good point. I'm not about to try and pronounce it because I'm out of it tonight.
Friedrichshafen.
That's a good Hamfest go I hear.
I've been wanting to go to that for the last 5 years. I'm going to go to that, not this year, but I'm going to go to that next 2 or 3 years sometime.
Year.
I know.
You said that last year.
So the problem with that Hamfest is it's always on Field Day weekend. Well, I shouldn't say always. This year it's not.
This week after.
Field Day is the 4th weekend of June. Friedrichshafen is the last weekend of June, and there's 5 weekends in June this year. So usually it's the same weekend.
It's not that far from you to fly to Germany, is it? No, it's not that far.
And then I hear from a certain YouTuber you can still get palm picos there.
I mean, we're all in the northern hemisphere.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
So two things. Friedrichshafen is actually like a journey to get there because I believe you have to go by train at some point. You fly to Munich, and then you take a train, and then you have to get to like the actual show in Friedrichshafen.
You don't have to. Yes, the people I know fly to, I think Heathrow, and then in London, and then they take a train from there.
That's the other way. Yeah,
so,
sure.
I mean, European countries are about the size of New Jersey. So it's like, I mean, you can get on a train and go across.
So easy for them.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you can get on a train and go across 6 countries in like a day.
But
second
point, if you go to Friedrichshafen, the guy who actually makes the Palm Pico paddles, he still has stock, and he has a booth that he sells them. That's how I got all my Pico paddles. That someone who goes to the show is like, "Hey, did you know that he has a booth?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about? He's done." And I'm like, No, he has a booth. He only sells at Friedrichshafen. And look.
That's awesome.
There it is. That one was shipped to me from Germany. Awesome. That was shipped to me from Germany. This one. So I have the larger Pico paddle or the Palm paddle and the straight key and a number of other things that I had to pay someone in Germany that was going to Friedrichshafen to ship it back to me.
Wow. I paid someone to ship me beer from New York, so that's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
Nevertheless, you got the wrong state where it was from, but whatever.
Yeah.
If you're in
hey, Southern Tier,
that's New Hampshire, folks. 603. Come on.
I can watch the gears in Vince's head turning right now. Look at this subtle nod he's giving. I can see it.
I was actually thinking about that time I shipped all dress chips to Izzo, and the look on his face was amazing.
All dress are the best chips. Best chips.
Boy.
Yes,
they are. No doubt.
All right, here is
Here we go.
Here is Carlos's video from the plane. Make sure I can.
Hey, Carlos, get ready with strike him, okay? Get ready to give the copyright.
Yeah. Right.
Get itchy on the finger for that, all right?
On the big channels.
Right. Can you guys hear that?
I can hear it, but I can't see anything yet.
It's nothing.
It's
Is it
on the stream.
YouTube? Okay,
Yeah,
I'll hold on. So we'll see a delay, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
It's time to make the jump for the youngins.
He's like, I'm aiming at that place.
Right.
I was standing with the kids and I'm like, is that him?
Oh.
Next year you need to land right in the boneyard.
Here we go. This is better audio right there.
If they let me, I will. Like legitimately, if they let me, I will.
Don't worry about it. What do you mean? You live in America.
It'll be his last Hamvention.
It'll be my last Hamvention. I'll be paying permission.
You need to get some like a dead cat or some wind noise on that microphone there, Carlos.
Well, it's a GoPro. It's a GoPro, man.
The whole cat.
Yeah, get rid of the GoPro and get a DJI, man. Come on.
The DJ. I have a DJ. I have the same problem.
No, I'll send you one, Carlos. I'll send you what I use. It's fantastic. I don't jump out of planes, but it works great with the GoPro.
Do you have the action cage for the GoPro?
No, it's just a bare GoPro. The thing is, you got to remember in free fall, I don't need the mic, right?
Yep.
And when I have the parachute open, the GoPro microphone does just fine. But
I have my DJI Osmo, which is the DJI version of the GoPro, and I took it to a Hamfest, one of those little local regional Hamfest one time, like a year ago, and I forgot my Rode microphone for it. And I'm like, well, I'll just go ahead and record it anyway. It actually sounds really damn good.
Oh yeah.
The on-camera mic actually is pretty darn good.
If you look at my video, my handheld is a GoPro, and the one on my helmet is the DJI Osmo, the original Osmo, still kicking. Okay, and it works really well. Now it doesn't do so well with wind noise. The GoPro does better with wind noise, but once you have a parachute, once you have the parachute over above your head, the wind noise is minimal, man. People think
I dropped the link.
Okay,
Carlos, it's a foam enclosure that goes around the GoPro, and it's just like a dead cat for the entire thing. It works fantastically.
I'm gonna buy it just for kicks and see how it does.
I used it at the beach. I use it wherever I do POTA, and I'm using a GoPro. Wow. I put that on there. It works great.
What version?
So good. You hear no wind,
I dropped the link to
nothing.
all of them. So you just buy them off Amazon. They're cheap as hell, and when you smash them up, you just replace them. They're really cheap.
I'll give it a try, man.
Spending our money.
Let me.
Are we in the Ham Radio Workbench podcast?
Yeah. let's move.
We can be.
You guys keep dropping and re-adding, and the way that Zoom does it, if you turn your video off and back on, it puts you at the bottom. So everybody's out of order now. But I know that I haven't gotten Mike or Tim yet.
Yeah.
And I think Tim was here first. So Tim, I'm gonna let you go first, and then we'll go to Mike after that. So Tim, go ahead, bud. What's up?
I forgot what I was going to say now.
That's all right. We can let Mike go if you'd rather.
I was like an hour and a half ago.
We'll come back to you.
Yeah, well.
No, man, tell me about that mainframe in the background of your picture there, bud.
Dude, that is the original computer that I learned to work on when I was in the Navy. It's a 1965 vintage Sperry Univac 1219. And that's what we use to very, very, very accurately put surface air missiles, SM-2ERs, on target at almost 300 nautical miles away from the ship. And that was in the 1990s, but that led me to a career of electronics and in the IT industry, which has served me very well.
Awesome.
But which brought me to ham radio. So,
thank you for your service.
Thank you. I had a great time at Dayton. Rob has been a very bad influence on me between More Expo and Dayton. I've now got a ICOM 2730.
Yeah.
An elk antenna. And a freaking 3D printer and
one of those too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So and that and Meshtastic. So I have been playing around today and just trying to create, because I'm getting ready to go to Las Vegas for a business trip next week, and so I want to take the elk antenna with me. I've got a map tube to transport it in, and then I'm making an insert to put in there to hold the boom of the antenna in the middle, and then support each one of the elements so they're not flopping around in there. So give me something to take. Nice. So while I have time, I'm going to try to get some parks activated at least with QRP radio, and then maybe try to do some satellite stuff while I'm out there without any overhead obstructions or anything.
Are you flying out of Indianapolis on that?
I am, yes.
I'll tell you, if you go in the morning shift for the TSA, 3 of the guys are old hams, and I mean, like,
really,
they see amateur radio gear in your carry-on, and they'll stop you just to talk to you about ham radio, and it's great because
So it's an hour longer to get through TSA.
Right.
Like anytime I have been flagged for my batteries or anything like that, it's been when they're not there. When I'm there, they just go, "He's fine. Don't worry about him. I know what this stuff is."
Yeah.
Yeah. So I flew when I went down to Orlando. The TSA guy got pretty up close and personal with my my Denko battery.
Oh yeah, they don't like those batteries in there.
No, but they were all over that one, and I'm just like, dude, take a picture. It'll last longer.
Should have seen what they did to Dennis's batteries.
I've had colonoscopies that were less invasive than what they did with batteries. But so
that was a pre-screen.
This is now the 80-meter ham radio happy hour.
Talking about 80 meter, man.
Yeah. So. They've got the fancy new scanners at Indianapolis, so and then pre-board or pre-check,
colonoscopy pre-check.
Yeah,
no doubt.
So good stuff.
Right,
watching some storms. We're in Indianapolis is in that line at St. Louis or Springfield where we were at for more. In a diagonal line from there to St. Louis to Indianapolis, and they're having tornadoes go through. And it's breaching into Illinois now, so sure.
And the name of that new machine is seriously Analogic.
Analogic.
And so, Tim, you actually got one more subscriber.
Yeah.
So you might want to actually think about maybe colonoscopy as a side venture on your channel or something.
Absolutely. Well, in all seriousness, I am over 50. You guys should, if you're getting there, have
all been there.
They're not that bad. I'll just say that.
You're asleep for it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
They're not a pain as
awake, but
no, they aren't.
The worst part is that crap they make you drink the night before. Honestly, I'm not joking.
Nope.
I've had stomach issues for 10 years, long before I turned 50. And the worst part. I'm not joking on this. I'm not kidding. The worst part is that total crap they make you drink before that you're like, I feel like I'm drinking turpentine, like literally. Like this is terrible. This stuff is just bad.
This last time I went through it,
I am transmitting on 80 meters now also.
I was about to say
and 7200.
So NW9F. So the last stuff that I last time I went through it wasn't that bad. The prep they've changed it around. They've cut a lot.
They have
stuff
changed
out.
it around, yes. Because I told my doctor that one time, and he's like, "Well, we can change that up for you." And I'm like, "Okay." So it's like McDonald's level instead of just like crap you find in the dumpster level now. So it's still not good, but
it's essentially Miralax with Gatorade, and that's about it. And it's not bad. The reality is
it is bad. It's very bad. It's just not as bad as it used to be.
The reality is it could be a lot worse if you don't get those done.
Mm-hmm.
So
sooner
they can detect issues, the better off you are.
Very true. Adam, I'm glad I saw Adam say that in the chat, so I didn't want to share that because you've shared that with us before. But Adam lost his dad at 42.
Wow. Sorry to hear it.
What the hell, man? Hey, the first time he told me that, I was like, "Are you kidding?" I was like, "No, you wouldn't joke about something like that. That's just." I'm sorry to hear that, man. I really am. That's just way too young. Way too young. So
pretty crazy.
Yeah. So go get the colonoscopy and get yourself an 80-meter rig, buddy. Do it.
Just helping our demographic.
I will say this. Eric has a point. Tim just gained another sub just talking about this.
Well, then, so to make it even better, I also have esophagus GERD. Barrett's
esophagus. I have that.
So every time I go in, they actually do a double ender. So they just knock me out. They
spit roast.
I do make them sign a paper to make sure that they're using 2 separate cameras, and
oh wow,
to do that.
Oh my God,
is it a GoPro or DJI?
No doubt, no doubt.
GoPro in the front, osmosis in the back.
Gotta have that PTZ option.
That needs to be a T-shirt. I need a T-shirt with that. I gotta. Where's James at Quirky QRP? I need GoPro in the front.
The chat tonight.
There are way too many jokes that we can't make here.
Oh my God.
Oh, we can. Oh, we can.
Oh, it is Jason's live stream. It's okay.
I was gonna say, you guys aren't on your own channel. What do you care?
The funny thing
for Josh to throw out the prophylactic for the camera.
In all fairness,
in
the
the
last
what resolution?
The last time I went in, the doctor, I swear, was 12 years old. He had his pants pulled up to his nipples, and he looked down the whole time. And I'm like, man, that is just a very uncomfortable feeling that my next 2 hours is in this man's hands.
Yeah. But, and I'm in a Johnny. Yep.
I would have been like, dude, if I would have gone in there, I was like, dude, you are way too big of a Bill Gates fan. I need another doctor. I mean, just
I need seriously. If I may, going back to TSA for a second, Jody, his radio got open.
He's just popping them up.
And I'm up to 369 now. So we just have
good number.
All right. So if I could get up to 3,000 subscribers, I mean, well, at least 2,100 talking about.
I was gonna say, keep it going.
Keep it going. Keep it going with that. So.
We could do a net. Let's go with the net.
Thing is, I've hung out with Tim before, and he was never this funny in person. I don't know where the hell he's pulling this out of, man.
Yeah. He's hung around us long enough. He's loosened up a little.
Yes, that he has.
Well, so, I do want to. Carlos and I hung out at the state park, and we were hanging out there doing radio. People were looking at us kind of weird, wondering what these two weirdos were doing out there playing with antennas. But yeah, it's okay. We had to keep it low key.
That's all right.
That's just ham radio.
Yeah.
I want to give Mike the floor for a minute because he was the last one to join, and he hadn't had the floor yet. So, what's up, buddy? How are you up there?
I'm doing really good. I got a bunch of people to thank right now, and a bunch of brains to pick. First, Josh. I messaged Josh on Discord. And I said, Josh, I cannot get my background removal tool to work right. He answered me with a simple line: use a green screen. There's a green screen behind me now, except not by my hand.
There you go.
There we go.
My head looks good, but if I put the headphones on it, still gets a little amoeba-ish.
You need to adjust that.
Add more lights.
There's
more lights.
Add more lights. And there's like a slider indicator
where
you
right
can.
here shining down at me. You can see them in my glasses.
Green screens suck. I'll just tell you that right now.
It's working better than it had been. Rob, I want to pick your brain. That Larix app that you use to look out the camera in both directions while you're live streaming, that's killer, man. I want to learn how to do that. Also,
it's good stuff.
Tim,
yes,
on
sir.
my live stream today when I was doing a satellite pass, talking about getting the M² set up, and everybody knows about polarization of antennas, but satellites are different because they don't all fly straight and level through space. They tumble. And that's the other thing, Rob. I'm really jealous that you got that kit, the simulator. I want to do that. And I couldn't justify spending $400 on a toy, so I didn't buy it, but I knew about it. But anyway, they tumble. So I even sent an email to Callum and I asked him about it because he had just done a polarization video on antennas. Now on the Earth, yes, if I'm shooting a Yagi toward another repeater or something, horizontal polarization is the way to go. But when you're working with satellites, I have a 22 element, 12-foot long, 70-centimeter antenna, and I have it set up as vertical polarized. It's got 21 dB of gain, not dBi. That's 21 dB of gain. Yeah. It's 22 elements. It's 12 feet long. And I have a regular Comet 2-meter Yagi that's also set up as vertical. IO-117 is a packet antenna, a packet radio
green cube
satellite, the green cube.
Yeah.
I cannot make QSOs on that. Back when I started, I could make 30 QSOs in an hour on that satellite. Now, and I was using a 4-foot long, 70-centimeter antenna. Now I have this antenna. I was expecting to make tons of contacts. I never get my signal quality above maybe 45%. So if any of you guys are into that and know about it, I'd love to hear your words, what you think about it.
You said it's vertically polarized instead of cross-polarized? It should be cross-polarized, shouldn't it?
Well, that would be circularly polarized, and
sure,
left
but
or
you know what I
right
mean.
Circular. Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't have that. That satellite is also tumbling through space. It's not staying put in one spot. So the polarization is constantly changing. Somebody had mentioned to me in the chat that it turns very slow compared to like AO91 or SO50. SO50 tumbles faster, so you don't lose the signal as long when you're out of sync with the polarization. But man, I can't justify spending $700 on another set of antennas when I got a set that I only did. I mean, in 2023, I made 2,400 satellite contacts with the setup I had, and that was with a little.
Yeah, that seems like you're winning.
That's
right
200
there.
a month. That's 200 contacts a month.
You're breaking my heart here, Mike.
I don't have a girlfriend, and I'm a home alone a lot, and I have plenty of time.
Yeah.
That little sat box chirps.
You must not spend a lot of time in the colonoscopy office either, man.
Turn your Yagi at 45 degrees and see what happens.
Honestly, if you get a colonoscopy once a year, Michael, your polarization will be perfectly fine for satellites.
Oh my God!
Good to know. I'm going to write that down.
I said that as a joke, and I should have kept my mouth shut. No, Hayden's right. Turn it at 45 degrees. Turn it to where your antenna's like this.
If you've got a polarization,
yeah. Go ahead, Hayden.
I was just going to say, if you've got a polarization mismatch from vertical to horizontal, it's about 20 dB difference. If you turn it at 45, it's about 3.
Split the difference.
Okay. Right, but 50% of the time he should be good on the passes, and if he's having poor success 100% of the time, then something else is going on. The first thing I would question is directional control, because with a 22 dB gain Yagi, your 3 dB bandwidth is pretty narrow.
Yeah.
And if you're you know, the direction, your calibration of your Azel rotator, if it's off a little bit, you're missing. And with a lower gain Yagi, you're going to actually have a better signal with some misdirection of your aim.
Thank you for that. I never even thought of that.
Correct me if I'm wrong,
but if I turn it at 45, I'm still going to miss it half the time. It's only going to be right. You know what I mean? I mean, there's guys that I have this on a Yaesu 5500, so maybe my calibration's off. That's a possibility.
Well, it's your ground station location too, right? So you've got to do all your Kepler connections with GPS and have an accurate location for everything.
That's why I have a sat box.
Is it up to date?
Oh yeah. Every day it updates the TLE and it updates the frequencies every day. So
did you say your antenna was on an Azel rotator? So it's got elevation and
Yaesu 5500.
Yep.
So maybe an easy way to test it would be to, I don't know how, if it's a ground station, I don't know if it's on your roof or on the ground, but you could wait for a clear night and like ISS pass and have it track an ISS pass, because that's visible, with the naked eye pretty easily. Right. And you could just look up the boom of the antenna and see if it's tracking it well. And if it is, then your tracking system is doing a good job with its aim.
Everyone say goodbye to Carlos.
Carlos.
Later, Carlos.
Take care, buddy.
Later, buddy.
See you guys. Get your colonoscopy scheduled, Carlos.
Have your pet.
I had one earlier this year.
No live streams. No live streams.
Adam, I just put up a 40-foot tower that I'm going to increase it to 50 feet. So it'll be completely above all the trees on my house. The ISS is a little deceiving because the ISS has a 25-watt radio as opposed to like the milliwatts that are on these CubeSats. So I could still get a good signal off the ISS, even if it was slightly off, I'm sure.
Yeah, but he's talking about pointing. He's talking about tracking.
My intent was to say go out there and tell it to track it, and then just go out. If it's on top of a tower, that's going to be a little harder. But if it was on the ground, you could pretty easily just visually look up along the boom, and if that, as you look up along the boom, if you see the ISS in line with where the antenna is pointing, your tracking system's working well. But that's what I'm wondering, is if you're having like a tracking issue, or something's just going wrong, either your 0 point, what is north and what's 0 for the 3 axes, or Kepler elements. But it sounds like that's updated well.
Well, I'll tell you, I didn't know that about the better antenna, the more powerful antenna. with all that gain. It's a smaller area where it's accurate.
It's like a laser pointer now.
It's going to be a higher Q. It's going to be a much higher Q with 22 elements as well.
Right.
So you got to be pretty pinpoint accurate with that thing, I would think. I mean, I don't know what the.
What I could try is adjusting the rotor manually while I'm doing it and see if any little movements make it better. Because the one thing nice about the Green Cube terminal is you have a line that shows you the up and downs of the signal strength as you're listening to it. And when it gives you one red line across, shows you your average. And they say you got to have an average higher than 40%. And I do get over 40% at times, but not throughout the whole pass. So it'll drop down lower and then come back up. And it's pretty dramatic. And an IO 117 is about an hour and 10-minute pass when it comes over, no matter what the altitude is. I mean, no matter what the angle is, it's going to take a long time. And so you see a lot of those dips. You can see exactly where it is. You can almost tell how many revolutions per minute the satellite's making by how many times your signal dips off in that hour and 10 minutes. And that's the only satellite you can do that with, because it's so long. It's up there because it's 1,000 miles up, as opposed to most of them are 230 to maybe 400 miles up.
And not to belabor this, because I know we're getting into the weeds a little bit. But Michael, you said you just swapped the antenna. You had the same rotor. Everything was the same. The only thing you swapped was the antenna, and now it's not working.
The difference is the smaller antenna was on a 25-foot mast, and now it's on a 40-foot tower, and with the larger antenna. And I was able to get the ISS a half a degree above the horizon to the south, clear as a bell, with 5 watts.
Is your GPS receiver with the antenna?
No, it's actually right here in the shack.
Maybe you should put it with the antenna.
GPS is the sat box.
Yeah, maybe you should put it with the antenna.
It's got to be hooked up to the radio and the rotor. It controls the rotor.
How do you zero the?
Yeah, how are you zeroing the location to the antenna? It's not you. It should be zeroed to the antenna.
I manually place the antenna level, and I get it pointing north. At that point, I leave it, and then I go back to the box, and I calibrate the box based on that location. So the box knows that is true north, and that's level.
Are you counting elevation?
At that point, it readjusts and aims in whatever direction.
Did you include elevation? Did you include elevation of the antenna?
Yes.
I think you might have a problem there.
CSN, they'll probably help me.
Okay.
I got to ask them, because I have to tell you, Josh, you should do a video on this sat box. It is absolutely revolutionizing satellite work.
It's cool. When I get my Green Cube set up, I will.
I could get you that going in 5 minutes. That's easy. It's only 2.
I don't know that I want the antenna you have. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
Michael, I think you need to do what Robert does and put a phone on your boom that you can track the satellite with a camera on it.
Heck yeah.
And then you just know exactly where it is.
The guy that gave me the tower wants me to mount a live stream camera on the rotor.
Do it. So I would.
As the antennas are turning, it looks like you're in an X-wing fighter.
I want to
Hayden real fast. He says he's got to go here.
See ya.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
Later, Hayden.
Hayden's lunch hour's over.
Maybe his lunch hours. I mean, he's not going to bed, so
I've got today off.
Hayden, have a good chicken burger for me, will you?
Had that Friday.
All right, buddy. Hamvention next year, Hayden. See you there.
Lock it in.
Later, man.
Lock it in. It's locked in, buddy.
My friend.
Rock on.
By the way, I won't be at Huntsville. I've had a bunch of extra trips I had to take this year, so I don't have the finances to do it. But you guys will have fun. I'll try to hitch up parts on the air on Friday.
There will probably be a few videos come out of that show, so you should be able to watch those.
Yeah.
Whatnot.
I'm still watching the ones. My favorite video so far of everybody is Frank's video, the little short tease about the Air Force Museum. So I'm looking forward to that. Frank.
Yeah.
You didn't see Frank? Have you posted the video about totally tanking the GigaParts Bronco yet?
Oh yeah, that was a short that posted already.
Frank and Rob were driving through town
randomly,
and they're like, Frank's like, "There's the GigaParts Bronco," and they stop, and he put a sticker underneath the windshield wiper, and then they left.
I saw that.
So
like that was genius right there.
Later, Steve, we were walking through the booth. He's like, Frank. I was like, yeah, man. He's like, I saw your sticker. I was like, sticker? He's like, yeah. We came out of the restaurant. I turned on the windshield wipers, and it started going like this. And I was like, yeah, I got it, man. He's like, it's on the ground. We just left it a drop.
We just left it, yeah.
As Mike would say, that's the best place for it.
Right. Yeah.
On the windshield, I would have peeled it off and stuck it.
Totally. Yeah. Stick it on the windshield.
No. It's all done out of love.
I know. Yeah. All right, guys, we've been going for 2 hours. I really appreciate everyone joining tonight. I wasn't sure. I sent the email a little bit later than normal. I tried to get John Crook to come on. I tried to get the guys at GigaParts to come on. I don't know. Maybe they're working this weekend or something.
Or not.
Or not working this weekend. Maybe they took the weekend off. I don't know what that even means anymore. But
now that we got through the introductions, the stream's over.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Part of the fun.
Yeah. It sounds like Ham Radio Clubhouse.
Or Crash Course, right. Crash Course podcast.
Podcast? Wait, our 4-hour podcast? There's no introductions.
Well, if we were Josh's podcast, we'd start talking about happy hour material 90 minutes after the stream starts.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so welcome to the happy hour. You know, we're gonna.
And I just want to mention one thing.
Go ahead, Mike.
586 subscribers. Woo!
Nice,
awesome.
good job.
I ain't making any
more
money yet with it, but my affiliates are making me money, which is nice. I run every Wednesday at 6 o'clock Eastern time, 5 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Mountain, 3 o'clock LA time.
This is why we use Zulu time. So
any of you guys are welcome to come on at any time and talk about whatever you got going on. If you want to promote it, I got a few regular subscribers. I figured I was trying to do interviews every week, and I interviewed a few people here and there. It was nice. It was fun. I like doing that. However, I'm getting more response by just giving everybody the link and saying, come on with me. And if one of you guys want to come on and talk about something, and then if they got questions for you, they can ask you. It's basically just a little get together like this with just anybody who wants to join us. Yeah. And it's been working out really nice. My max was when I had Ape on, we had like 26 people watching, which for me was like earth-shattering.
A big deal.
Challenge accepted.
What I'm saying.
Anytime I can outdo the Smoking Ape, you know what? I think I'll do. Wednesday is I go to the gym on Wednesdays because I'm old now and I need to get my butt in the gym. So, but that's why, Mike's invited me half a dozen times. And I'm like, I'm at the gym, man. So, but
get your phone going on the treadmill. You don't have to stay
I might do, man.
Hour.
Hey, I don't do treadmill.
Stay for a couple minutes. You're welcome to.
Bro, do you even lift? I mean, So. I'll try to make it one of these weeks, Mike. Thank you for the info on that.
All right, thank you for having me tonight too.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna we've been going for 2 hours and 5 minutes, which again, thank you very much to everybody who joined, watching Wise and on the Zoom as well. Appreciate you guys being here tonight. I hope everyone has a really good holiday weekend or holiday day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Anybody have any closing thoughts, arguments, comments, anything at all?
We want to hear your speculation about the ICOM radio.
Yeah, that's right. You said you
did, didn't I?
You did say that.
I did say that, didn't I?
And I do
okay.
have one thing.
All right. So
Another
here's
2
what.
hours.
This is not my. I wouldn't take that long. So who put up an icon? Who put up that X60 video? I know Josh put one up. Frank.
It was on my live stream, and I posted images.
Hayden did.
Okay.
It was Hayden.
Hayden did.
Well, Hayden wasn't even there though. But
he did his speculation on it.
Yes,
he scraped all of
So
our
here's
content.
what. Yeah, I did. So what I have heard, and this makes sense. Apparently, the 7851 came out at their 50-year anniversary. So
that's
they're
right.
speculating it's a 7861. So it's an upgrade to their like $15,000 radio that they have.
Right.
There's also some implications that you can draw from looking at the boards, because that PA board is 200 watts output, which
it's 200 watts and it's dual right.
Dual
and it's
Digicel.
Dual
200 watts. That's going to be already a high dollar radio above the 7610. And then if you look at the IO board, that IO board had like 5 3.5 millimeter jacks. So people are even like, this thing's got surround sound. Because honestly,
5.1 surround. Yeah.
Right.
Plug a subwoofer into it. That'd be awesome.
Right. So it's like,
does it have USB-C though?
It doesn't have HDMI either. So don't.
No, it doesn't have HDMI. Yeah.
We're
not going down that road.
Video output on it.
So one thing Josh and I were talking about what that board is, I think what they're going to do is to kind of do the Yaesu family model. So they're going to do the premium contrasting radio, and then next year it's going to be a step down to like a upgraded base station. The year after that, your standard base station, and the year after that, maybe a mobile lightweight. So they might have a 3 or 4 year product plan for this and a roadmap.
Good.
So that
I mean, that's basically what
radios, which they really need a refresh across the board because the 7300, great radio, but they released that 10 years ago.
Little long in the tooth now. That's basically what Yaesu has done.
Has it been 10 years? No,
it hadn't been 10
years. So Japanese
years.
manufacturing is a little bit different than U.S. manufacturing, and they run things as long they want it to work. They milk it. They want it to work.
Right.
And it takes.
Sony wants to have a discussion with you for a second.
Well, not unless your name is Yaesu, because Yaesu's been coming out with all kinds of stuff for the last 3 years.
We got a newcomer coming in.
And that's basically what they did was.
Speculation watches here.
I don't recognize.
All right, let's shut the stream down.
Good night, everybody.
So Yaesu released the 101D, and they had the 200-watt model, and then the FTX10, the FT710, and that's basically what they're doing. So I think that'd be great if ICOM did something like that. Yeah, I think that's a really good idea.
I think the X60 is just going to be a kit. They're taking a page from.
They're not going to do it. I can guarantee it's not going to be a kit. I mean, they don't. Yeah. It's a great joke, but yeah, they're not going to.
We got Giga Jason on now. What's going on, Jason?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm just kind of hanging out, man. I'm wearing something.
Yeah, a sling backpack.
You're a Boy Scout.
Is that your merit badge
slash? Yeah.
Ash?
Oh, look, the price tag's still on it.
KMRD backpack.
Oh, that's the new Explorer backpack with the.
Wow!
It's a new Explorer backpack with the.
Rob likes that idea. You put
very nice.
You get a 9700.
I saw that mast holder.
Poor mast.
So
it does this.
Oh yeah, it has
the shelf
for pedestrian portable.
For satellite, for working satellites. With
for
2730.
Manpack 9700.
That's
right.
Buffet.
Let's go.
Put your food on that.
So what we're gonna need, hey Jason, what we need you to do is bring 25 of those to Huntsville so that we can buy them all and no one else can get any.
Exactly.
How's that?
But that bag was designed by Carlos because that's where he puts one of his shoots, and so we bought them all. He won't be able. We won't. The link won't work because we bought them all out. So
oh my god, that's a cool looking bag.
That is really cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
so this has got the same setup as the regular one. Except it holds 2 spaces instead of 3, so it's a little bit smaller. But every one of the patches you already have works with it.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's got a little pocket here at the top, right next to the person who did the final inspection.
Nice.
Number 17.
So right here is right here is everything you need.
First name Jason.
Is that going to be the final color?
Yep.
I like that color.
I do too, guys.
Is that in your camera? It looks like chocolate brown. Is it brown or is it black?
It's more green.
So this is
evergreen.
It's black. Okay.
Oh,
wow, that's more of a charcoal.
You've got a light.
Brown is what they call it.
Yeah. You've got a light behind you, and your lighting is kind of your light. You've got ambient incandescent
lighting.
Your can
light's really bright.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine.
Oh, is that a mast holder at the bottom?
It's a
what
mast.
Yes.
Yes.
There we go.
That's what it is.
There we go, buddy.
That was
I'll just flip right back around, and there it is.
Yep.
That was the thing that I said when
well thought out.
When I started carrying the original Explorer backpack, I was like, "Hey, we need some sort of attachment on the side that will actually hold like a spider beam's mast, or a or the small 20-foot carbon fiber mast from GigaParts, something like that." And that's what the product of that is a result of that. So it's
someplace to clip your stuff. It's got a pouch built in right here. So HT or a beverage of your choice.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you got to have a water bottle pocket somewhere.
You got to have a couple of mollies on that strap too.
You need a whiskey pack.
Jason, I'm gonna be out in the desert next week. If I could test that for you out in real world product testing.
I literally got this thing Friday night You guys are the very first people to see it.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Talk about
it's got pull tabs on it, so you can lock it down. So anything
Cool.
you put in here can get tightened down and cinched down.
I love that.
Hey, what's that mast that's in there, Jason?
So
That's
I've been
the
using
360
this.
mast.
I've been using this for the
not the murder.
That's
Camera. Okay.
For the 360 camera.
Yeah, that's the Insta360 mast that comes with it, or one of them anyway.
So yeah,
that's
guys,
sweet. Yeah.
What do you think? Think we should go ahead and punch out 500 of these things?
Yes.
Absolutely.
$4.99.
350.
Yeah.
Why sling? Why do a sling instead of a 2 over the strap?
Because
it's small enough.
Everybody's asked me for a sling bag. That's why.
Really? Because I find the sling
yeah.
bags are for heavy backpacks don't distribute the weight correctly.
Because
for long distance hiking, Adam is agreeing with me. I saw him shake his head. Yes, it's not distributing the weight correctly across your chest.
Does it have a retention strap that comes up and X's the cross there?
I'll have it on there. But
so I think the reason for that is because more people are going to do POTA with it than soda.
So they got 5 feet to walk.
Yeah.
Right. Correct. They got to walk around to the back of their truck. So yeah.
So
Rob's going to do portable satellite.
I like that. I like
portable
that
portable satellite. Portable satellite's cool.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
That's cool.
Having a soda pack would be a fantastic idea, but I think that the higher volume of hams are doing POTA.
Yep.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. So yeah, guys, that's
awesome. That's it.
That's beautiful, man.
Looks like first day of school.
For what I'm saying.
Yep.
Be the cool kid.
Cool, man.
Giga Jason's growing up so fast.
That's great. That's great. That is great. Cool, man.
Jason, I have one last thing I want to mention. Every other Wednesday, opposite Ham Nation Wednesday, so every other Wednesday from when Ham Nation is live, I'm planning to have a water cooler Wednesday type thing where it's like CQ Chit Chat is what I'm calling it. And I'm going to be inviting everybody on. You know, we can just pick a topic and discuss it or whatever. And I'm hoping to have one this Wednesday. So if anyone's interested, send me a message on Discord and I'll drop you guys a link.
What time?
6 Central.
Okay.
All right.
Just make sure you don't. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure you don't interfere with Mike in there.
Oh yeah,
and
no.
Then you guys should coordinate together to try to pinball off each other.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. And does James still do his Hump Day Happy Hour on Wednesdays?
I was going to go after him. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm using what you have for your calendar, and I'm going.
Play nice together, children. Play nice. Don't step
on
each other's.
It's just a suggestion.
No, it's a good suggestion.
If you guys
we did it.
Yes,
we
did.
Sure, yeah.
We did. If you guys springboard off each other, you'll all get better results. So,
yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Absolutely.
Yeah. Good.
That's the one thing about our community is different from a lot of the other YouTubers communities. We coordinate and then look at this. Look at us. How many of us have been on this stream? I think probably about 10.
All of them.
Yeah, I know. We got 12 right now. And we had more than that earlier.
All of the important ones.
There it is.
When I started, I asked
you know?
TO. I went to TO and I said, "What night is nothing happening?" And
there's no night.
Wednesdays.
I
knew I had to get it done before Ham Nation, so that's why I did it at 6.
No, that's good. That's good.
Mike, really, Thursday nights 8 o'clock's your best time to do it.
Yeah. Or Tuesday night 8 o'clock. You know, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or any weekday at noon.
I mean, because especially if you do it on Tuesday, you know, you've got until like 8:45, 9 o'clock that you can cover an important topic, and nobody will even notice.
Yeah.
I mean, notice that
that's not what
nobody's
we
watching because you're just babbling
it.
that thing. You know, you're hearing about Joe Brett's whatever, and
People are looking for pulling the ejection cord. Is what you're saying? Like I got it.
The best picture I got is with Joe Brett's wife with the duck.
I got the video.
Awesome.
That was
From
so
any
video.
picture. Eddie there, man.
Here's now.
You guys have a good night. Thanks for having me. I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah, you bet, buddy.
Bye,
All right.
Bye,
I think we're gonna spin this down. So appreciate you guys being here tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's somebody Jason put on camera. Who? What's your name?
What's your name?
I'm putting a spot like this, Jason. My name's Short. First time.
First time viewer.
Hey, there you go.
Welcome to you, Blue.
So I had Richard at MTC on the channel 3 or 4 or 5 weeks ago, something like that, and he's got a daughter that's I think graduating high school.
He just graduated.
And she was impressed. She was, you know how high school kids are, right? So she's like looking at YouTube. She's like, my God, this guy has a live stream with 400 people watching about ham radio. What is that about? She was floored.
How does that happen?
And her dad is freaking Richard at MTC. So I'm like, she's a sweet girl.
There's the Noel picture.
There it is. Yeah. I got a picture with Noel's Electra at Huntsville last year. That was good.
Yeah.
So.
See you guys.
All right, bud. Thanks for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. Everyone,
Thanks,
please go out tomorrow. Have a fun and relaxing Memorial Day weekend. Do remember why it is here. If you have a flag to put up tomorrow, I have a flag myself. Put a flag up at your house. Fly your flag at your house or on your car.
Good idea.
And no, seriously,
Yep.
We have one. The different houses in our neighborhood, we all put up flags at certain holidays. So I'm going to put mine up tomorrow. So 73 to all. Thank you for being here today. And we're looking forward to some cool stuff happening this summer. So you guys feel free to share the links to your channels in the chat again. And everyone go make sure all these people get over the hump of the next subscriber count they're trying to get to. So
drive home safe, everybody.
Be safe, everyone.
Yeah, drive home safe. Yeah, for sure. 73 guys. 73. Thanks for joining tonight.